Hey, beautiful people. Good evening, Obodo fam. Welcome back to our channel. How is everyone doing? I hope we are doing okay today. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining from. Please do remember to like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you've not done so, and please share this video as you're coming into the studio. Thank you so much. I hope so on a day well. Oh. I salute everybody. Uzo, how are you? I can see that you and Gigi are connecting there. That's really good. Welcome back, Uloma. Kudirat. Welcome, Stephanie. I see you, Peggy. Evelyn. Thank you very much. Sis Gigi. Welcome, BB. Thank you, everybody. For Life Esther. Yeti. Yeti Williams. Welcome. Jenny J. Oluremi. Thank you so much, Diplomat. Cassandra. Brother Bio for president. Go ahead, and like it, like Omoye will say. Help us to like the video. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Now, update I can't do today. I can't do update. Sake of say that story what we be talk the other day. Like these people for this corner here now, they are doing the most. I'm telling you, these people where they get this platform, they are really, they are doing my head in. That day I was not feeling well. I really pushed myself because that story didn't really touch me. I can't say, okay, maybe we'll reason this matter so that, we will help one or two person out there. Nobody say these people still had a problem with it. So, be like saying a pidgin English. I will just use pidgin English to confuse them now because if you dey speak pidgin English, no matter what you talk, their momo algorithm no go understand. So it's even better like that. Maybe we just dey rap pidgin English because I don't tire. I never see this kind of thing before. So now the update of the matter now will bring go. Welcome, Woman here. You there? Yeah? Okay. Welcome, my darling. How about you? Now they tell us say more updates they available for this matter for the woman matter. That woman for Calabar, Mrs. Bassey. They say updates there. First of all, now the woman, the side chick, where they say they husband, where they husband car. Now they see for there so. The one on my left, that woman on my left, now make a show now. They want get plenty of the pictures where they show many. My link is already in the comment section, guys. If you want to come in, because we're just going to start a conversation, from scratch. Everybody just join. We'll just get a group conversation. Now the side chick be this, so where they say they inside the car. Trust Nigeria now. You know that one they talk and people they talk say Calabar na small place. They will soon find her out. True. You not even reach 24 hours. Now somebody post and bangam say now the woman be this 9 days inside that Mr. Sonny Bassey cow. Now the side chicken be this sign in. Now I can't put on for my community post. Bio, I go put you on the spot today. Welcome. Now I can't put their picture like this as I put the side hand on. I can't put the woman on. I can't put the man on. Now say, hey, now wow. Uncles and brothers, fathers and daddies, wetin una want? Because as me see am, this side hand has nothing on the wife. She's got nothing on the wife. Nothing, absolutely nothing on this wife. This wife, despite say she don't born 3 children, for me, if I be man, now I no say anything where I go say I get this kind of beautiful wife for house. I could say now this one, now me see. Sometimes I don't understand though. We need to ask now. We don't ask now this question. We don't ask now. We don't ask now tire. What we now want? Because if you say she did dark skin, if you get yellow one, I will look for dark skin one. Now get dark skin one, I go look for yo-yo. Like Yuli Doche, you get slim one, you go look for rubber. Say this one, you too slim now, rubber now I need now go carry a rubber come. If I get a rubber, I go say, this one you too be a rubber. And not to they enjoy you again. So I need the one where is slim now. What you now want? And the question me they ask me that too. At the end of the day, I know she'll say even our men feel answer their questions. Even our men, Nigerian men, especially the ones where they waka, all this kurukere waka, they know if you answer the question because at the end of the day, now it's all about how person take get discipline, self-control and discipline. I go help una minister. I'm telling you. So now two angle I want look this matter today. I want make we look at the angle of the friends, her friends, because we can't find out say they say that in friends. Now they tell and the location when the man did. So apparently, they thought say this Mrs. Bassey say na her girlfriends na dem phone and tell am say, you know Nigerian women now they see your husband, they say, ah, you dey here? Ah, yeah, you dey? Ah, na. As I dey here, so where I dey look? So I just dey see your husband with another woman. He did here with another woman. If you see the love where they do it, now so you go quiet, you go dey look, may they snatch your husband. You just quiet, may they snatch your husband. Hmm. So now in the phone am. Come put pepper, onions, garnish the story well. She said, jump inside motor, begin the run. They go say, okay, thank you. Well, you be my good friend. So the account of waiting the girlfriend told me I read that one. So they say that Sunday, she be there as they relax, they chill. Now in one of her friend come see the man for the shopping mall. Now this last Sunday, the matter happened. When he come see the friend, come see your husband friend say, ah, you there here? Now he just carry call Mrs. Bassey say, oh yeah, begin they come. They say her name na Claret Okpara. Now be her name. We don't know her name before. Now we don't know her name. Her name is Claret Okpara. We just they call her Mrs. Bassey, Mrs. Bassey. No say they thought say she be Igbo woman. They say the man na Akwa Ibom man. And wait till I find out be that as well. Okay. Now she come, the girlfriend come tell her say, now yeah you dey. Ah, make you just sit down here, they relax for house. So where your husband, now another woman just they rock your husband. Now she come immediately jump inside her motor, begin the race, go the shopping mall. True. You can't see your husband, say your husband, you just won't come out. As she reach there, the man just won't come out for there. Can't see the side chick that they call the side chick Latisha. I never seen Nigeria where they bear that name before. Latisha. Now Latisha, they say that they call her. Now for na side. Na for na side that they hear those kind Tisha name plenty before. I don't know. I never heard this kind name before. They say na Latisha that they call her. Man, come on this thing. More that they see her face. They don't put the tribal, but everything will still come out. Nothing they hide now. Thank you, Faith. Welcome, my darling. They say na Latisha that they call her. So as you can't see them, when you see say Latisha enter your husband car, your husband they run. You can't sit down for front. Now that one they prepare some women for body parts. So you sit down for front of their car because Nigerian women believe say the front of the car is reserved for the wife of the owner. Now owner's corner be that. So now me the wife, now me go sit down for front. That thing they give some women joy just to the front of their husband car. Make their husband just they drive. Maybe they go. Now before she can start that Fast and Furious, come they follow and the race. And I know what happen. Apparently, they say now U-turn she won't make when the car just take, she can't lose control because of the speed where she they do. So now back mirror, now the husband for see what happen. Now can tell Latisha say, Mark over me, I bet conda, I go meet my wife. Somebody asked one very important question. Uju, Obiajulu, I'll come back to that question. Let me finish reading this. So you can't beg and say, I beg, no delete, no buy, no leave me, come rush and go Navy Hospital for Calabar. But for there, now they got to say, it is too late to cry. Possible again. She's gone. So one of our friend now, I don't know whether this one go phone her. Now what I thought say we go reason friends matter today. As we they talk about, men and all these women where they target people, husband and all that plenty story, we'll still talk about friends, the role where friends they play. Friends, your girlfriends, the role where they play when they go through issues for your marriage. I want me to look at that thing today. Okay, so one of the friends they call Queen of Hearts, Oyoyo, come write for Facebook. Now wait till right be this. My friend don't go, Barrister Claret Bassey. He said you were intimidated, you were subdued, and now so they do you gbasgbos until you give up. Now so they say abuse you until you give up. I told you, what can I say advice? So say I told you to focus on yourself and your kids. Hmm. I told you to focus on yourself and your kids. What happened that you didn't call any of your bone friends as usual? Bone friends. He said he don't call any of him bone friends so as usual. Hmm? You know, so I talk and that day when they discuss this matter, I say this is not the first thing. This is not the first time when this man they do this thing, this Mr. Passy. He's been doing it. And the wife knows. Now why he's saying one catch and red, he's saying one catch and red-handed with that. Say today, I need evidence. Mhm. So you get Bone Friends Association when she join. When they judge, now so my husband do me. This one go talk in own. Oh, your own small now. My own na so they do. They will dey share stories. They will dey advise each other. They get big party where they do. Now pity party they call am. This one go talk you. This one go cry. This one go hold this one say oh go face your children oh. Face your children oh. Face yourself oh. Everybody go waka. But inside the bone, all the bone friends, now one of them still phone and say, ah, now you there house? See where I see your husband, oh, go catch your husband. Nah, 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 nah. That girl. This is the time for you to go deal with that girl. That Latisha, when you let your husband they drink water puko, when you let you enjoy your husband, now today you go show am pepe. Now she take jump for moto, do that fast and furious driving when she do that day. Okay? So now the account of the side of waiting friends talk with that. Obiajulu they ask say, please, I have a question. How does a friend convey such information to another woman, knowing how painful and sad it will make that friend? Personally, I don't know how to begin the conversation. So, me, I want to ask you now, do you think it's right? Eh? If you see your friend husband with another woman, do you think it is right, or what would you do? Make I ask another question. My link is in the comment section. Do you think it is right for you to phone her and tell her, this is what I have seen? Especially if now somebody where you know say the issue where you don't they deal with, he and your husband don't they deal with this issue of infidelity for some time. And she don't tell you. She's already told you, say, okay, oh, see what did happen. This man know they stay out, so I don't catch him many times. And you see the funny thing, the men know they like sabi how to hide things. Before you know, they will catch you. So one way or the other, women they always know. Women they know. Now only men self know the quick know when their wives they cheat, which is funny. It's funny. So you go do that thing. Are you going to call? Or what would you do? If you see your bestie, your bone friend, you see him, you see your husband with woman, or you be man, you see your bone friend with a man. Say that they in a kind position where you be say you the suspect say okay, something they go down between these two people. What you go do? I want to hear from people. Bio, you done ready to talk? Who's on the studio? If you never ready, man, take Uzo. Hmm? Okay, let's say Bio never ready. Uzo, welcome.
Doing personally, I don't even know how to answer this, but personally, I don't really see what she did as wrong. I think it
Hmm.
just depends on the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a friend who maybe had a cheating spouse or something, I think it would
Hmm.
depend on the relationship I have with that friend and how I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to put it to her. No, I'm not going to say, oh, I saw your husband's car here, go and start fighting. No, it wouldn't be, maybe even if I see the car there, if I see him with another woman, if I know he's having a relationship, I'm not going to tell her like, oh, go and start fighting, start racing there, show them what you got and all that. It
Yes.
would be foolish to do that. But I can't really tell you that no, I will not tell her, or yes, I will tell her. Just like I said, it depends on the relationship. That would determine how I'm going to put it to her and say, oh, this is this. I also like, maybe just depends. Maybe when I was younger, I would have said, hey, I would have been maybe flippant with the way I would have delivered the message. But as I grew, I remember, for instance, I had this friend who I always used to see her husband on my street, and she came to see me one day and I said, your husband's cousin lives down there. And she's looking at me like, my husband's cousin. I said, yes, I see him all the time. Your husband's cousin lives down there and all that. She's like, really? I said, yes. You don't you know? And she's like, no, I didn't know that his cousin lives on your street and everything. I was like, oh, okay, that I see the cousin, I see your husband often. He also sees me, I put it to her that way. And another time she came to see me when we were just chatting. I was escorting her. We're just chatting outside. And I was like, see your husband's cousin. That's the person I'm talking about. And she's like, oh. And then her husband, who used to relate well with me, all of a sudden they're saying that, that he didn't like me anymore. And that's when she told me that she knew that he was cheating, because how can all of a sudden, you that you're always like, oh, how you like Uzo, how she's upfront. And now because I told you, like, oh, Uzo said she saw you and your cousin on her streets, all of a sudden you don't like her anymore. And that's how
Let
she
me
actually
ask
knew her
you,
husband was
Uzo,
cheating. Yes, Auntie B,
let
ask
me,
me.
let me ask you something. You think most times if a man is cheating, do you think the wife does not know? Even if you saw
Um,
them, let's say you saw them, like for this example that you gave, do you think she didn't know before you told her?
I actually think she had an idea. Then maybe when I now said, "Oh, I see him often here," and his cousin, she now she was now like certain that, okay, what I'm feeling is actually true, because I realized that some women are so oblivious to the fact of it's happening right underneath their nose and they can't see it. So I actually think that there are some women that have no clue and this is actually happening to them. There are some women that of course know and they're just like, let's see how things will play out. So I actually think it depends. There are some women that do know and some just do not have an
And what
idea.
did she do when you told her? What
Just
did
like
she
I
do
said,
about it? Do you
no,
know?
she didn't send what, but that's what I said, she told her husband like, oh, also said she saw you and she sees you and and your cousin on her street. Who is this cousin? And that's when her husband didn't say anything, but then all of a sudden he was like, oh, I don't, this was herself, I don't even like her. And that's how she knew he was now cheating, but she didn't tell me what she did or what she didn't do. But she just said that, what, I knew that he was actually playing a fast one on me. And when he all of a sudden stopped liking you after I'd said to him that, you had seen him and his cousin constantly on your streets. And so, yeah, but till today, we're
Can
still
I
good
break
friends
it to
and all
you?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Uzo. I appreciate your contribution, my darling. I will take somebody else, but before I do, I want to tell you categorically that most times, even though you think that woman is so oblivious of she don't know anything, she be mumu, hmm? Women always know. They may not know immediately because don't forget, say not be that day the man start to the cheat, but eventually they know. Women know. And telling them sometimes might not even be the right approach. I'm telling you, because sometimes they will even blame you. Because not only she know before, she was hiding it because she's ashamed. Now somebody else knows. And you've made her aware that you know. And if you know, you've probably told other people. So they can even resent you, even if you're a friend. I'm telling you, they can even resent you for telling them. I know women now, we like to say, okay, I'm helping my friend, I'm protecting my friend. But is that really the best course of action? I'm not saying you should keep secret or if she's your real friend, though. But do you really think she doesn't know? And how are you helping her by telling her? Really, if you tell her? Because Nigerian women, we're talking about Nigerian women, no. Nigerian women, how would they talk about? So you guys need to understand the psyche of an average Nigerian woman, no, that lives in Nigeria. Some of us like this, we will not be Nigerian women because we not send anybody. The average Nigerian woman, the cheating no make can leave marriage. You tell her say your husband, they say, "Cho what? You won't come out me for husband house." What you they tell me for? Even if you go tell you say, really? Oh, now like if you reach out, you go tell the husband say, see, especially if you never marry, say go say, as you know marry, you want to come out me for my husband house. So I'm not saying people shouldn't tell. Obviously, everybody will have a different approach to this, but be very, very careful while reporting these things. To be honest, if I catch my friend, my friend's husband with a man, I won't tell her. I won't. That's my own personal view about it. It's not because I don't love her, but because I already know that she knows. And telling her is not going to help her in any way. How is it going to help her? She's not living anyway. She's still going to stay in the marriage anyway. She probably going to lie to me that, okay, we made it. It's a mistake. It's a one-off. We'll never do it again. We sat down. We discussed it. Lori iro ni gbogbo ẹ̀. Lori iro. Me, this my mouth I no go talk. Actually, I did witness it in Nigeria before I came here. That same philandry man that I keep telling you about. How many times? Different ones. Me. I no open my mouth talk. Oh. You know why? Because the wife know. So wait till I want talk. I leave the matter. I just leave and jeje. I beg. I not talk. I not talk. Not in my mouth. She know. She not do anything. So what's the point? It's like adding to her pain. That's the way I see it. That's my personal opinion. I'm not expecting everybody to buy it, but personally I will not. Because I know she knows. Okay, Ninja girl, you are next. Go ahead, my dear. Welcome. You are
Oh,
muted, though.
sorry. How
Okay.
are you, Auntie B?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm feeling better. Still a bit under the weather, though.
Oh, I'm praying for a fast recovery for you.
Thank you.
So, with this issue, it's like a double-sided sword. If if
Mm,
you know the kind of friend and the kind of personality that that friend has, like this lady, I'm sure those friends they know that she's probably like a hot-tempered person. If I know that that's how my friend is, I would not tell her.
exactly.
I will
Because
wait.
do you know why I'm saying that? You know why I'm saying that? If you tell her, especially if you tell her why the thing is going on,
Mm-hmm.
why the
Mm-hmm.
woman is still with the man, then there's a danger there. You see,
Yeah,
she got in the car and drove there like a mad woman because she was trying to catch them. So that
that's
friend
true.
now will be thinking now, perhaps if I didn't tell her, she'll still be alive.
It's true. It's true. I mean, something similar like this happened, but she's not Nigerian though. But when I saw her husband where he was not supposed to be, I told her that this is what's going on, and I know
Mhm.
because she was out of the country then. So there was just no way I know she was going to come and do it. And she wasn't that kind of person that would like, go and start harassing people. Now, when you, I think it boils down to knowing the kind of friend you have, and I feel like that's kind of sad in Nigerian communities because friendships are always like on the surface level because it's like they're competing with each other and not really trying to help each other, if you understand what I'm saying. So, if it's a double sided sword, if you know the kind of friend you have, you should tell. If not, don't tell the friend. That's how I feel about the situation. Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I just went. Sometimes when you guys are talking, if you don't hear me, don't worry. I might need to go and get a cup of tea or cup of water or loo, Yeah. Go
It's
ahead,
okay.
my
It's
darling.
okay. I mean, just like I said, it's a double-sided thing. It
Yeah.
boils down to you knowing the kind of friend that you have. If you know your friend is a hot-tempered person, don't tell her then. Do not tell her how, like, as it is happening, you know.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
know the kind of friend that you have and you know that this is someone that is reasonable, you can have a conversation and she's not going to overreact like this lady did, then I would say tell.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Nigeria. Thank you, my darling. I appreciate you. Okay. I'm going to take more people because I really want us to talk about this. And I can hear what you are saying, Ria. Ria Stanley is saying that the blame is now going to the wrong direction. The problem here is the person who cheated, not the friend who told. Yeah. I don't know if you watched the first show that we did. We talked about that extensively. Nobody is exonerating the man. Okay. But we are looking at this deeper. Nobody is saying the man is not, of course, the man he is the one that deleted his wife, as far as I'm concerned. Right? He knows that he's going to live with that for the rest of his life. He will have to explain to his children why their mother is no longer here to look after them. They've got 3 children, boys, I understand. So, Ria, we are not losing sight of that, oh, please. We are not. We are not losing sight. But I'm looking at it from the different angle. Nobody's encouraging cheating. The man is obviously an old Mongo Park because he's not a young boy. Look at him now. He's a matured man. Some of them, when they are having middle age crisis, they have to go and test. And I'm going to talk about that aspect of it, Ria. If you stay a little bit longer, I have something here I want to show you guys. It's funny, but it makes a whole lot of sense. Okay? Because the other day we're talking about it, and somebody was saying that I think it wasn't this matter we're talking about. We're talking about the matter of Chioma and the cheating and everything that happened. And somebody was saying that men don't get attracted after some time. They need variety and all that cock and all that bullshit. Anyway, let me take more people. Sheila, unmute yourself and tell us where you're joining us from. What do you think about this telling a friend and not telling a friend when a philandering husband, who obviously has been living this lifestyle, is right on doing it? Where are you joining us from first?
Hi, Auntie Bridget. I'm calling from the DC metro area in the US. So I think, as some folks have already alluded to, that in a situation like this, it's very delicate and you have to be, I would say, strategic. Some folks have talked about how, you have to assess your relationship with this particular person, this friend, even the attitude and the character of the friend. Are they somebody who's quick to anger, quick to, they're very reactionary, or are they somebody who's a little bit mellowed in? And I think all of that is very important. I think for me personally, within the context of to tell or not to tell, I think it really depends. And it depends based off of taking all things into consideration. I have an example, not of a married couple, but a friend who's a part of a friend group that I'm in, and she was actually dating this guy who is, I don't even know what the word is. He was dating a whole bunch of folks, and she had this impression that she was the only person that he was dating, which wasn't the case. And apparently, the guy was actually dating the sister of another friend in our friend group. And, and this is like a friend group of like 5 or 6 individuals. So we had to be very strategic with it, because it's one of those things where, it ends up being, it could easily be a situation where it's like, well, now you have to, pick sides. Like, which friend are you going to be with? Because this girl's dating, this girl's supposed boyfriend is, dating another person's sister and all this other stuff. And I think what we had was, we sort of had an intervention. I would call it an intervention where, we sat, the person down. We, told her all the facts. And I think I saw somebody in the chat talking about, having this, because sometimes I think some folks are a little bit like in denial. Can be very in denial. So, presenting all the facts that you have, in an unbiased way, and giving them the space and the opportunity to make a decision for themselves. Because, we're all like in our mid to late 20s. So we're capable of making a decision. And actually, to this day, this girl is actually still dating this guy.
Exactly.
And
so you told.
Yes.
What's the point? You see, this is what I'm getting at. This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
She's still dating him.
He's still dating
And
him.
that's what I was saying, Uzo. Uzo was asking me, what if she gets STI? How will I feel? This is what was. Let me first of all read the comment by Man on Prestige saying, Bio, in a lot of cases, all the friends know.
Yep.
So now you are alone. It's not about not telling, it's about the selfish urge to tell without proper consideration.
Yeah.
Right? Because Bio was saying something about, everybody knowing except her. And this is what Bill said. He said, some people will not tell you, but will be telling other people behind you. So what's the point? So I suppose Bill is for the team of telling, right?
Yeah.
And Uza was saying, oh, Auntie B, how will you feel if you don't tell your friend and she now gets an STD? And this is what I said to her. She already knows. And she did not leave. So that's on her, not on me. Women always know, they just don't. This auntie knew. You see what her friend said? She said, as usual. Why don't you lean on your bone friends as usual? And she said all the things the man had done to her in the past. She knew. So in that case, I'm going to say to you, Uzo, Nigerian women don't leave. I keep saying it. I feel like, I don't know if I should turn it to a song. We don't leave because of cheating. So if she doesn't leave and she gets any UTI or STD, that's on her. It's not on me. Because if I tell her, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't. She's still gonna stay. And that's Sheila, that's what you're saying about your friend, right? She's still dating
Yeah,
the guy.
yeah, because we could even give her the benefit of the doubt that before we had our intervention or whatever you want to call it, she didn't know. But now she knows, but she's still with this person. And word on the street is that he's actually still trying to get back with the friend in our friend group, her sister again, which is kind of weird because it's like it's a point where we're not going to have another intervention because we all feel that we've done our part. We told you once, and there's no point in rehashing anything because we originally presented all the facts that we had at the time. Because it'll
And
be
it didn't work.
of course she's gonna do what she's going to do. So
Are they married?
so yeah.
Are this couple married, the ones you're talking about, or they are just dating? Or in a
No,
long-term relationship?
they're dating and actually, they're thinking about marriage. So, and
And you
that's the other
see?
thing too. Like one of the things that I feel like I come across a lot is that sometimes like there I feel like there's some women who think that with marriage there might be a change, but I feel like I believe it's my Angela who says this. When folks show you or tell you who they are, then you should believe them.
Believe them.
Them at face
Yeah.
value as to what they're telling you and not to make
Mhm.
assumptions or put your hopes and desires onto the potential that you think you see.
Thank you, Sheila. You're young, but you sound very, very, experienced and very, very wise. God bless you, my darling. Please call again. Right. So, Bassey, Bassey, or is it Bessie? Bessie is saying that women should stay out of their friends' business when the spouse cheats. Some women know when their spouse cheats and in denial. Okay, that's not the comment I was looking for. I was looking for a comment where someone is saying that it's like cheating. Okay, this is the one. It's better. It's better. Say for me, it's like telling someone who is in an abusive relationship to stay with the husband. I don't see the big difference. The fact, the people, okay, people that are in abusive relationship, don't they know? Hmm? Telling them to leave, do they leave? Because you tell them. They would now you they will take makeup safe. When you don't buy them suya now that they jeans now your matter they say I know see am. Now make you never marry. Now you they tell us you won't come out me for husband house. You won't come out me. You never see Nigerian woman they tell you say you won't come out me for husband house. I mean, people should be very careful. I'm not saying people shouldn't tell, but I'm going with what Ola is saying. What is the purpose of you telling? Are you telling because the person doesn't know already? Are you telling to warn her? Are you telling because women we are competitive whether we like it or not. We have a very competitive nature, especially when it comes to this marriage. You know, so are you telling because is she because some women can even see it as if, oh, now you want to prove that your husband is better than my husband. Your husband doesn't cheat because when you are talking now, I see your husband though, hey, this so is with Rita, is with this woman no in the mall. You know, I thank God. I know my husband is not the best, sha, but he doesn't cheat. At least. I know say e no good though. I know say it's not the best. We get our issue, oh, but at least they do this one. It happens all the time. Ask married women, they will tell you. They will always want to bring out their own husband one that is good and why he's scoring that point over your own husband that is not scoring that point. So it's a very delicate thing, Sha. That's all I will say. It's delicate. One has to be very careful. All of you that are team tell, be careful. All right. Leeds, you are next. Where are you joining us from?
Wow. Hello.
Hi, you're on the show.
Oh, hi, sister. Good evening. Yeah, I'm joining from Australia. I just want to say a few things. I think someone wrote something like emotional intelligence is very, very
Yeah.
important. If you know someone, you should be able to an extent, ascertain what they can take, how they react to things. That will give you an idea on how to pass any information. And another example is depending on the type of conversation that you have with someone, you will know whether the person is trying to get advice or can take certain things. For instance, if your girlfriend is telling you, girl, I've been treating STIs, and I've been suspecting this man and all that and all that. And the moment I have my evidence, I'm not going to waste time to make sure I use it. Somehow she's sort of laying a foundation that if you have an evidence that will save her, that of course you might know her behavior, that she can handle herself if she catches her man, then you're I don't think you'll be a bad friend to say, girl, you have to save yourself, because most times what we fail to expose is that women have the tendency to get more infection due to the way our body is designed, and we
Mm-hmm.
actually supposed to be more mad with cheating, because we will be the one who gets everything at the end of the day, most times, both physically and mentally. Okay, for instance, men who get more mad because of cheating, most times they have little or no chances because of their body design as well to get STIs. But
Mm-hmm.
women's body are quite open. You can easily get urinary infection, you can easily get womb infection and all this stuff. But then we are kind of socialized to think, oh, it's a man's way to cheat and all that. But we are actually the one who should get mad, because our health is at risk. But these things have been done in a way, in for so many centuries, to shame women not to stand up and think that if a man is providing, he can go anywhere and bring you all sort of things. And because if you're the one bringing that home, definitely they won't take it. So it's about emotional intelligence to know who you are dealing with. If you know your girlfriend is mad and she's going to probably drag you into it, turn the whole thing around you, girl, just continue. Johnny Walker, just be going
Yeah,
on your
I
lane.
think
It's not your business.
what you are saying, Lit, is that you need to first of all assess the
Yeah,
mentality and the mindset of your friend.
definitely.
How are they going to take this information? What would they do with it?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Study your friend to know the kind of friend. So it's not every friend. Some friends, they will act on it for their own best interest and for their well-being. But for some other friends, they will just blame you for spoiling
yeah,
their day.
definitely. Yeah. So I
Okay.
like you said, Nigerian women, these are part of the society socialization thing I'm talking about. They've been
Yeah.
groomed to say, oh, once a man is providing, and he's not bringing the women home, what else are you looking for? Just manage a man. All of us, they chop rice with stone. You know, all those funny comments. So you just have
Yes.
to be
Mm.
smart to save yourself the embarrassment. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lead from Australia. I always love my Australia people because you guys go out of your way, even when the timing is so not convenient for you. Most of you join the show very early in the morning or very late in the night just to contribute. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nick Deji is saying that I will expect my friend to tell me the truth too. If they saw and never told me, I wouldn't trust them again. True friendship should be honest and transparent. I don't do fake friendship. Okay. Right. I don't do fake friendship as well. But when it comes to husband matter, Nigerian women and husband matter, I use my tongue to count my teeth, Nick Deji. I'm the most fierce and the most loyal friend. And anybody who is a friend of mine will tell you that. But then again, when it comes to husband matter, hmm, very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Somebody said something just now. If you're feeling that way, that your friend not telling you, to you is like a betrayal, right? No, I don't want you to see it that way. Hmm? Let me read this comment I saw just now about how she saw her husband. Hair. This is it. Comfort said, I told my girlfriend that her hubby is cheating on her. I provided her the picture of the side chick. Do you know what they did? Both her and her hubby blocked me. Nick Deji, Lobaton, what am I going to say again? You see why? Can you see? That is it. It's not about being a faithful friend or not being faithful. The issue of husband matter. Eh, ọkọ wọn ní gbòòrò, kò sùn mà sọ́kọ níta. Eh? Does it want to? That what Lead said is resonating with me. Is making a lot of sense, because you need emotional intelligence for you to assess that human being that you call your friend, because friendship relationship is different from husband and wife relationship. Some women, nothing, and I mean nothing, including this DV that will make noise about every day. Okay, I'll give you an example. Yesterday on my Instagram, I posted it on my Instagram. Somebody, every single day, I get people that contact me, Auntie B, advise me, Auntie B, I need advice, Auntie B, I need every day that God has created, I get those messages. So this young lady contacted me. She's not a Nigerian. And she said, Auntie B, I watch your show. I'm a subscriber. Please help me. I feel like you're an auntie that I can talk to. All my sisters are not married. I can't talk to them. They might not understand. My husband, he like to they do. I don't know if you use the word here, because you know these people here. Now, I like go be for me. So, you know, Soapy, when you go to watch all those things, when you go to watch Abracadabra, on the Soapy, he like to do that thing. He's addicted to it. Those movies, yes, he's addicted to it. I can't say, okay, do you know what? She's leaving the marriage, they've got 4 children, it's become a very big problem. He's a good man, not abusive, he provides and everything. Tell me the whole scenario briefly. They get 4 children. I say, for this UK, how you want to only you 4 children? That's a lot. Because most people just assume that because I'm always advocating for women living a DV situation, that I just want people to leave their marriage. That's not correct. It's not correct. Mm? Yes, Ninja girl, you got it right. That's not correct. It's only when your life is at risk that I will tell people to leave. Actually, so I advised her, I said, no, this one never reached to leave. Oh, I don't think you should leave first. Wait. Let's talk about this. And I said, okay, I'm going to post it on my Instagram. Let people advise you. You know how many people attack me for that thing? I said, advise this lady. What should she do? One woman came and jumped on it and said, why can't you join him to watch? I said, is that your solution to it? Nah, elderly woman, no. I did not believe it. I said, now addiction, they talk about auntie. You say make it they join and they do admit both of them, they do addiction, they watch all these kind of movies together. Is that your solution? I say, auntie, please, you need Jesus. And I left it there. Another one say, me, she should better go back home. She should better go back home. What is it? After all, you say he's a good man. If he's a good man, now only this stupidity they do. That's no big deal. You better go back home. Now say, auntie, you listen to what I even write. You don't even read them. And the advice people say, I Mona no cause. Mona give constructive advice about Nigerian women. Chai. I don't have this problem with other ethnicity. Now only Nigerian women. No. Now she begin curse me. Oh. Say, madam, get off your high horse. Me, I always tell people to leave their marriage. I say, if you see as she begin curse me, for another person matter, I had to block her eventually. What am I trying to say? Advising about marriage matter. Even person where not be a matter, say go carry on for head. You go begin to fight you, say now you they tell people to leave marriage. You know how many women, how many Nigerian women don't even want to. You think all Nigerian women like me? Or women like me? You brothers always think that all women. Some women don't even want to watch my video because I tell women to leave situations that will potentially unlife them. As somebody here will say, wetin go make you delete? I dey tell you say save your life first, even if you go still do the marriage. That is, so that's what I'm saying, Nick Deji, that when you reach this marriage matter, no blame anybody wey say no go talk. Oh, don't blame anybody that will not talk, because the way when women they carry marriage for head, it's not a small thing. It's not a small thing. So just carry it to go and tell somebody. They say, hey, they go come, they call your name. Now you break my marriage. You know, see this one. I come for talk, say and your husband. So you think she didn't tell her husband? She told her husband. This is Comfort Fred now. She's gone home to tell her husband that Comfort say see you with girl. Oh. What happened? We say, not mind her. She's jealous. Because we are very happy the way I take care of you. So she's jealous. She wants to break our marriage. Build your home. Oh. Don't listen to Comfort. Next thing, carry wife enter house. They don't carry wife. They block Comfort. if they careful in meddling even with your closest girlfriends, you are not careful how you advise or meddle in their marriages. Now you they go take settle. Babel Moshe Sofwen. Now your matter they go take settle. That's the truth. So that's why me, I'm like, be careful before you go to put yourself on middle. All right, Nick Deji, you're in the studio. Okay, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I understand your point of view, but I guess for me, my circle is small and I don't use the friend term loosely. When I call you my friend, you're pretty much an extended part of my family. So anybody that knows me knows that I expect honesty, transparency, etc., etc. Even if the truth is bitter, I expect to receive it. And I tell people that's how I am too. So if I go out and I happen to see something, I don't know who is who. If I happen to see my friend's husband and a female, whatever the case may be, well, okay, I will share the information. What you do with it is your business. It may be a cousin, it may be an aunt, it may be whoever. I don't know. I don't care. But I would not see and not say. That's what I'm talking about. So I would just drop the information. Now, if you come back and say, "Oh, I think he's cheating," blah blah blah, and you choose to stay, that's your business. Now I know, okay, this thing is going on. If I say anything, I won't say again because it's like you already made your decision. Waiting concern me. But if you see my own outside and you see something and you purposely do not say anything to me, we have a problem. If I happen to find out in the future and I'm like, okay, this is what I witnessed, you're like, oh, yeah, that time 2 years ago, whatever I saw. And I'm like, and you didn't say anything. Oh, I didn't want to, say anything, whatever. I'll be looking at you like, can I even trust you? You're my friend. Your loyalty is to me. Your relationship is with me. Why are you protecting such information? Maybe
Do
there's
you
some
think
women
that
that,
she doesn't know? If you
yes,
tell your friend, do you think she doesn't already know?
some people don't know. I'm serious. There are some people that do not know. It depends on the
Mm,
situation. Some women know
mhm.
because they have serial cheaters, and some people don't even know. I
Yeah.
Everybody know me in my family, my friends. I am the snitch. If I see anything, I'm saying it.
You
Anything you
confess,
do,
you put your
I
hands
will
up that you are the snitch of the family that tells everybody
say, hey,
everything.
let me
Oh
tell you,
my
long
God.
time ago, my dad did some nonsense. My mom had to go to another state because my brother was sick. She went to another state. One of my brothers came inside my parents' house. We're all older. We live in our place and saw a woman in our house that we don't know. And, my brother was like, what is this? He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to say. So he called the other brother, told him. Unfortunately, then nobody called me because I know what I would do back then.
Yeah.
My
Mm.
I know what I could have done. So the
Uh-huh.
next day they shared it with me. They told me, do you know what I did? I called my father and I said, what the hell? Who is this? Blah blah blah. He was like, oh, you can't tell me, you're a bad man. You can't tell me this is my house, whatever. I'm like, okay, kidiko, kidiko. I'm telling mommy. I call my mother. This is what such and such saw. This is what such
You
and
want
such
to break your
witnessed.
parents'
I
marriage?
don't
Nick
care what she
Kideji.
no, it
Ha.
doesn't matter. I
Eh?
will share the information. I don't
Mm.
keep people's secrets. I do not keep nonsense secrets. If he was so
Eh?
concerned about not being caught, then he wouldn't have done it in his marital
Somebody
home.
said that you are a
Where
whistleblower.
I don't. Yes, call me the whistleblower.
He
I
said,
will blow.
this call
I
you
will
as a
blow everything.
whistleblower. Colleagues at work, be careful.
I will blow. I will blow everything. So, and then the funny
Hmm.
thing is, when I told my mom, she said, okay, thank you for telling me. She will handle it when she comes back. She came back, she did whatever she did with the information as she would. Of course, she's still there, because I already know my mother. But now, because we've seen the pattern, we're like, you know what? We won't share anything because at the end of the day, we know you're not leaving. But I would not see and keep quiet. That's one thing I don't do. I would not only
Okay.
share the information, what you do with it is your business. But once
Yeah,
I
but
see,
again, the danger of it, no, talking seriously now, I see what you mean about loyalty and all that. And I believe in, friendship, loyalty and all that. But then again, how you tell is another thing. Okay, seriously now, because some people will hurt themselves. Example, this woman that we're talking about now, she was
okay.
told right when they were together. So you can tell, but don't, especially if it's somebody that has hot temper, that you know they are likely to, because you are saying now that what you do with it is your business.
But
But
let me tell you something. You know the reason why my brothers didn't tell me the day of? Because they knew then I had a hot temper. I will be the one to show up at the house and drag the lady out back then. You understand what I'm
Mm,
saying? So but
mm.
it's still a choice, right? So you don't know what a person can do in any type of situation. Some people will boast and say, yes, if I ever see, I would do this, I would do that. And when the time comes, they don't do anything. And there's some people that they would keep quiet and they would do the most. So you can never predict that. I don't know if this lady, or if they've in the past, they've always had issues about his cheating. And maybe this is why she flared up and she wants to catch him red-handed. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I know with me and my friends, my friendships, we're honest, we're transparent. We keep it. I don't do fake friendships, surface level, whatever. If I call you my friend, you're pretty much my family. And everybody knows when it comes to, I will tell you the truth. I would, if I see, I would tell you. What you do with it is your own business. And they know my heart. So they know it's not coming from a place of jealousy or a place of, I want your marriage to break up or what. They know that, hey, if she saw it, she's going to say it. And this
All
is
right.
why, and let me give you my background. I'm an accountant. I'm an auditor. Any evidence I see, I report, I record. This is my nature. This is what I do for a living. So it's not for me to see something and withhold or hide it, protect it. It's like what you do with it is whatever. This is what I witnessed, is your business. But I would not say 5 years from now, oh yeah, I remember when this, and I kept it. Like, you don't help people that are doing bad. You don't help keep their secret. So why would I
Okay.
help this man keep his secret from my friend? That's
They
that's
didn't
not
keep
my
they
role.
didn't keep his secrets, and she's gone now.
What?
She's gone because her friend didn't keep the secrets. Have you looked
But
at
the
it from
friend,
that angle?
but I don't know. Again, we don't know the history or the foundation of what has
No,
been
it doesn't
happening.
matter. A friend told her, and she raised there, and today she's no more because her friend told her. Because I
Okay,
have to tell, I have to tell.
but
The
let me
need
play
to I
devil's
have to
advocate.
tell, one needs to be guarded. That's what I'm
But let me
saying.
tell you something. Okay, let's look at another side. There was this girl that was dating this boy.
Your internet is not smiling again, no, Nick Deji.
Can you hear me?
No, it's gone. Your internet is yeah. Can you let me move on to someone else. Yeah, I
Can
think
you
you've
hear
made
me
your
now?
point.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me
you
now?
made your point about telling that that's just who you are, and some people agree. Some people, I think we are torn on this. So yeah, I think you've made your point. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Nideji. Yeah. Yeah, I see what Nick Deji is saying. Honest people are like that. There are some people, they are very straight like that. They don't, there's no corner, corner. Everything about them has to be, if it's letter A, is A all the way, but sometimes we need to be careful. Like that other person said, emotional intelligence is needed because somebody told her now, and that is where I'm coming from. It's not because I'm not a good friend or I don't see my friends as my sisters or anything like that, right? Somebody told her in the heat of the moment why they were still together, and today she's no more. If you are that friend that has this strong need to tell, how will you feel? You'll be grieving her because if I didn't call her to tell her, she wouldn't have gone there. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with what you are saying. That I think I saw Angela said something, but I'll read this first. Okpayemi said, I told my sister about her husband. She don't believe me. She sent me away, report me to my mom. Now, husband carry 18-year-old child come house to introduce. My sister can't call, they cry for my shoulder. I bone her. Okay. That's what I keep saying. Telling. I don't know whether it does anything. Nigerian women know they lead, so what's the point? Angela said, even the Bible says for us to bridle our tongue, not always helpful to tell. Yeah. And even if you want to tell, choose when to tell carefully. I watched something that was very profound today on online. And the guy was like, honesty is not about you not saying giving information, it's about how and when you chose that information. And he made a quick example of how a friend invited him to a show, a drama show, this Broadway show. And he said, this is the worst show I've ever seen in my life. But when she finished, she was high on adrenaline. She was so happy. It's the best thing she's ever done in her life. And she came and said, how did I do? And the guy said, now, Iboman, he said, I said to her, I said, wow, I'm seeing you in your element. I think I've never seen you like this. You were amazing. He don't like the show, but he was telling her about her own, seeing her achieve her dreams. He said, emotional intelligence, that's the point. He was like, if I tell her at that moment, mm, that this show is the most horrible show I've ever seen in my life, it would finish her because she's high. She's done something she always wanted to do. She's flying to her. This is the best show ever. I acted. This is my dream come true. Then you come and tell her because you are a straight person who doesn't know how to, mince your words. You just say it. Or like Nideji said, I'm the snitch. I will tell you, that show is horrible. You know what he will do to her? So he said to her, oh, you were fantastic. I've never seen you like this. You had energy. You have the complimented her. Then the next day, when she's come down from that high that she was on, he now called her and said, can we talk? And she said, yes. And he said, the show, yesterday I went. And then he started pointing out all the things that he didn't enjoy and why he thought that the show was not a success. It made more sense than you just saying, now, this is exactly, we can compare it to what this woman did. We can compare it. You would tell her, but when and how? And knowing the kind of, because you always know your friend's temperament. Nigerian women don't leave. You are telling her that because you want her to go and fight, or because you know she will fight, even though you don't want her to fight, she will go and fight. And it's that same fight that have taken her away now. And the Mango Park that we are talking about now is alive. So we need to apply timing, wisdom. When you want to share information, apply wisdom to it. That's what I'm saying. Apply wisdom to it. Uzo, I don't think you still get me, but that's all right. Let's move on. Okay. Now we've talked about telling or not telling for about an hour. I want to shift the conversation to another aspect about, cheating. Let's talk about cheating. We're talking about the man and going after this woman. And the other day we're talking about, I think it was one mommy that called in and it really, really made me angry, to be honest. Bio, yeah, I'll allow you to come into the studio. You are here. I can see you. One mommy made me angry because he started saying things about how when men are elderly and they've been with a woman for some time, that they are not, like, basically saying that you are not enticed, or that woman can't get it up for you again. So I want to look at this matter from that angle, because this is all about, I'm not making excuses for Bassey'S. And like I say, he has posterity to deal with what he has done. Today I was having that conversation with somebody on Instagram, and the man was saying some things that I don't even understand why he entered my DM. Please, all of you that entered my DM, that come to normally send me message on my DM, because that man was just talking rubbish. Women, you should do this. He was basically blaming women for this matter. He was blaming the wife. I say, how can you blame the wife? You can't blame the wife. It's the man. If he was faithful, all this will not happen. And then I started showing him only today how many matter on social media. From Nigeria to Angola, I don't know where they call the country, where they say somebody delete somebody. They delete somebody for Nigeria today. They delete somebody for another country today. And the Nigerian coach, NBA coach, that they had an affair, I was showing him different things, all these poor choices that men are making because of lack of discipline. So that brings me to this picture I've been saving. I've been saving this picture. Let me share it now because it's relevant to our conversation now. Yeah, elderly age-wise. Yeah, could you write? It's elderly age-wise. So we're talking about, one mommy was telling us how when men marry and they've been with a woman for a while. So for instance, this uncle in D now, ABCD, I labeled them. This uncle in D is married to auntie in B. And he now decided that, you know what, you are not attractive to me again because you are old now. You have 3 children and your body is not tight like before again. So I need A. This is the A that I need now. Forgetting that he too is now D. And she was once upon a time, when you were courting or when you were dating, an A like this. This A, me, I was like this too. Once upon a time. How many of you saw that my picture on Instagram today? I posted one very funny picture, throwback picture. Make a show now for free. Yes, this is a throwback. Guess what year this was? This is me. So I want to show you with evidence that I was once like that A. Okay, this is me. This is 90 in the 90s. In the 90s, sometimes in the 90s. Because when men make this argument, they make it sound as if it's only men that have visual things that they're looking at that will make them, that will make ginger them. No, everybody now ain't get what they ginger them. So for that picture, I show you, I was A, but I not be A again, and that's all right. I'm happy because I don't born children. I'm 50 years old, and I think I've done very well for myself because if I see my children are happy, even if I be big now, I'm okay with it. Uncle, all of you that are watching, you will maybe if God bless you, you get this kind 6-pack of C. When would they look so once upon a time? Because not be all of us even they get them. Now you are a D. You and D and B they manage each other now. Now don't born children. Now don't D. Now you can't feel say because B don't born children, he don't old. You don't forget say you self don't old. You can't say now A they hungry you because now A go ginger your swagger. So you think say as B did there, so say go see men when be like this see where you go look and say wow. So you think say she not get eye, they don't pluck her eye come out when they see. Abi? They don't pluck and come out. Eh? So the point I'm trying to make is that as soon as they see things when they enter on eye, and so women too they see. But women choose not to act on it because of the commitment, because of values that we have about children, about family, keeping it together. So not start that story of because ginger me. Now you carry this your akpu belle. Go to chase other people. And now I'm coming to that point that I was saying earlier on about cheating. Everybody get with a see. With a like what we see. No time is saying only when I get eye. Men, if now your reason be that. And then we can't see the side chick picture now. Oh, Jesus is Lord. Try. I know if you talk again. I just quiet. World Africa, help me.
Yeah,
Unmute yourself.
so Dr. Bridget, I told you you need to be a therapist
Oh
and
my gosh.
a life coach. But okay, so now let me tell you, I love this visual that you gave now. You see, okay, but let me rewind it because I like when you argue and you make points too. But let's look at it from this angle. In today's society, A looks good, but internally she's not good. B, outside she's not looking right, maybe, but B, inside internally she's good. C looks good outside, but C inside is not good. D, he might be having two problems. Okay, now I'll show you, like, men, we process things different and women process things different. You know what I mean? But every man should stay with a woman regardless, whether she's A or B. Do you understand what I'm saying? But some men are narcissists. We don't think that way, you know what I mean? We might be D, but we want A. Do you get where I'm coming from now? So if I mean that's what it is. No, it is like
I'm
that. But
reading comments. Yeah, I'm reading comment that is making me laugh. Yeah, somebody said that. Who said that? Now this Obodofa, you guys are so funny. Please give this video a thumbs up. If this analogy makes sense to you, because I needed to do this because of what one mommy was saying that day. Eunice is saying D has no excuse to have this bloated tummy. B is acceptable because she bought children.
But sometimes B, no, B might probably B is a good person. You know what I mean? Even though she got kids, or maybe she doesn't
B
have kids.
has life
Let's
under her belt.
yeah,
She's lived.
yes,
She's seen things. She's
yes,
done things.
yeah. So A probably she looks good, but mentally she's not stable, and that's what's happening in society today.
Even if
But
she was, she's not yours. You are committed to someone else. You said I do.
yes,
Stay with the one you were committed to. That's the point. Even
Yes.
if A is, let's assume for argument purposes, what Africa, that A is
Mm-hmm.
good,
Mm-hmm.
she's sweet,
Mm-hmm.
she's loving, she's
Mm-hmm.
everything that you think B is not. She's not yours.
She's not
You
at
are
all.
committed to someone else. Respect and
Yes.
honor your vows. Lobaton.
Yes. Yeah, but sometimes D might not know that, D, that respecting vows is gone. You understand what I mean? So sometimes we need a wake up call. That's the processing of men now. You know? Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes we're narcissists. We're not going to see that we have this big belly. In our head, we have that C, even though we got
Real
a
life,
big
I will
belly.
say, do you have liver problem?
Yeah, he might have liver problem. He
How
might
will
have
I
liver
know?
problem.
Real life apples, please don't ask me rhetoric question. How will I know whether I have liver problem? Yakubele is the bokoto and not the pomo. Nabi has been cooking for him. That's why. Oh my God, he doesn't
Well,
have any problem. A lot of Nigerian men look like black men look like this. Forget it. You don't know. In some cultures in Nigeria, they still see it as you're a big man if you have big belly. You don't know. Ha. Ah,
yes,
wow.
and that is a very stupid concept to have in the head because everybody needs to be healthy, like C.
Yeah.
C represents healthy, and B wants to look good. So sometimes B will take her money to look like A. Do you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So yeah, but experience wise, B has all the experience and
Mm-hmm.
understands commitment, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I understand where you're coming from, but you have
Yeah.
to understand, Dr. Bridget, D does not doesn't care about his belly.
He
He
doesn't
feels
see
that he's
himself like that.
entitled. Yes,
Yes.
he's entitled to A.
He just
You get what
wants
I'm
someone
saying?
that will rub that his akbubele.
Yes.
Other than his wife.
Exactly. Yes,
Chai.
and us men, sometimes we might know, okay, A is not going to be with us for a long time, but let's just have the fun with A, But we
Mm-hmm.
know that we
Yeah.
have a B at home. Do you
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? The ride
And B
or
is
die
not
chick.
going anywhere. B is not going anywhere.
Until the wake up call will come when D finds out that B is cheating on C. And then the wake up call will come into play. You get what I'm saying now?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and he will now conform and start changing his character.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean now? But
Yeah.
sometimes A might have a boyfriend that is like C, but she will come and cheat with D.
Of course. And the only reason why she's with
Uh-huh.
D is because she's got something that she's getting from him, which is money,
Uh,
usually, or security, or
uh-huh.
something he's doing for her is connected. And
That is it,
all
Dr.
these
Bridget.
men, they make a fool of themselves. Honestly, at that
Yeah,
age,
yeah, yeah,
they do make a big fool of themselves with all these
yeah,
girls they be running around.
yeah.
When you got gold and diamond at home, you'll be running after
Um,
what
A.
do they call it? Accessories that will fade if you use it once. Nigerian son knack and once
Yeah,
it don't fade. What's your
yeah, I don't
problem?
fit. Yeah. All right. But thank you for this picture, because this picture, you use it
Yeah,
for
I want us.
psychology
Yeah, let's look at it because we are visual
analysis.
people. Make me the look and
Mm-hmm.
which one you fall
Mm-hmm.
into. Because all of us would be like that too, especially for women. I want women to look at this. And I did this not just because of Akpu Bele number Uncle for D. It's for women as well to look at themselves to know that you are beautiful. It's not
Mm-hmm.
because you are no longer A. That's not why.
Yes.
Life
Yes.
happens to all of us. I saw a video today
Yes.
and they were showing Queen Elizabeth how she
Mm-hmm.
was every decade
Mm-hmm.
from when she was a baby. There was a picture every decade how she looked, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, we all
Wow.
change. Life happens to all
Yes.
of us. Why are you struggling to accept? Women, please just accept yourself, love yourself. Even if you used to be A, like I used to be A, and I'm not A anymore, I am very happy. Love yourself. It's not even if you are A, like May Edoche that we use as example. Thank God Uju is here. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
May still looks like A, but he still went. The raggedy ass man still went to marry a second wife, and the second wife looks like B. You see life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The second wife looks like. So what can you do? It's not about you. What you didn't do. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, I understand. I don't know, but Dr. B, like what I'm telling you now, this is all visual things. But the next phase is mentally. Where are they at mentally? Every phase. That's
Mm.
another topic. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yes.
Because you have to look at it from that angle. Because nowadays, I'm making emphasis 2022, because A might have mental issues. B is sweet. Her mental capacity is great. C might be a nut job. D might be fine it mentally. Do you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So you don't know what is happening, but we're all looking at it visually. Like everybody looks good.
Right.
You,
Thank you
you, you
very
you know
much,
what I'm
Lord
saying?
Africa.
Yes.
Yes, I
No
do. Yeah.
problem. No problem. No
All
problem.
right. Thanks for your
Thank you.
contribution, my brother. Really appreciate that. Okay. Well, moving on very quickly. Nick Deji, I think you are taking what I said a bit personal. You don't need to take it personal, please. I saw your comment that, that being upfront or be straight or something like that doesn't mean that you don't have emotional intelligence. I think you are taking it personal and you shouldn't. We are talking broadly. You are not the only one on this live stream. We have over 1,000 people. And we are just, everybody is sharing their own personal feeling. I did, you know, I respect your opinion, but we are sharing knowledge here. So don't take it personal. I think you are beginning to take it personal. And there's no need for that. Okay. AR, hi, welcome.
Auntie B, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Well, what do you have to say?
Auntie B, I know that we are looking at this other picture we have now, but just to quickly recap the previous conversation, you
Mm-hmm.
said it all. I think emotional intelligence is key. For
Mm,
me, I think we need to know ourselves and select our tribe, to be honest. The people that we know that we can relate to, people that we understand how they are emotionally and how they respond to news and how they respond to how you tell them stuff. It's really, really, really important in friendship. There's always we have to be mindful about where we seek and get our validation from. It's
mm-hmm.
not everybody that comes to you to tell you something about yourself or about somebody else that really means well for you. Sometimes they do, but there's something called unhelpful helpers. They're trying very hard to help you, but they're not being helpful, no matter what they're
Mm-hmm.
telling you. We need to be very careful about that. Um, some people might be coming to tell you some things from a place of judgment to make you feel less than you are. Some might be actually coming to tell you because they want to help you. But we are Africans. We know how we break bad news to people.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I lost my brother, and the day they wanted to break the news to my mom, we made sure that people were there, put her in a place where, she felt safe and protected before the news was broken to her. And that is how we tell people bad news in Africa. We are very sensitive about, where the person is at. You cannot call your friend and say, "Where are you? Are you at the mall? Your husband is with somebody." That is not a good place to tell. Why not say, "Guy, let's meet out. Let's catch up." If you must tell, to make sure that she's in a safe place to actually have that conversation with her. So we need to be very mindful about how we
Exactly.
jump to
Mm-hmm.
share
Mm-hmm.
information.
Mm-hmm.
And some people,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, like that woman, the late woman, she might have seen the red flags and she decided to ignore them. And maybe this woman had told her before and she got a kind of reaction. And she was like, "Now I have to give you evidence." But is it a competition? Why do you have to give somebody evidence? You have to be really, really careful about the way we break information. I remember when I was in
Yeah.
secondary school, I had a bad dream about a friend once, and I told him, and he never spoke to me again. Then I wasn't emotionally intelligent, and it's not an insult when somebody says you're not emotionally intelligent. It's a skill that we all will learn every day as we grow.
We
We tend to
learn.
do it.
Yeah.
We tend to do it better.
Yeah.
So I just needed to kind of recap what everybody else has said. But in regards to cheating, this picture that we have that you shared, this is not your intention, I know very well, but we need to be very careful not to body shame people. Because
No,
at
it's
the
not
end of the
body
day,
shaming. It's not body
yeah,
shaming, but life happens to all of us.
of
That's
course,
it. And
It
people's
does.
body changes whether we like it or not, especially
Of
women
course.
when we've had
Yes.
children. And it's not all women. Some women have had children, and some women they don't even have the ability to put on weight. But I'm
Yes.
just talking generally based on it's based off on a previous show we did where a man was saying here
I
that the
heard. I was
reason
in the
why
show
men
on
feel
TV.
the need you saw you heard him. I've
Yeah,
been looking
I
for
was
an
in the show.
opportunity to answer him. Yeah.
And TP, look, you work with older people, and when I first qualified, I worked in an older people's nursing home, and there's a couple. There's a woman that used to come and see her husband. And when she's feeding this man, the connection in their eyes. And she used to say things like, isn't his eyes, his eyes are so beautiful, never changed since the first day we met when we were 16. These people were well in their 80s. People in Nigeria, a lot of people actually, they get married for the wrong reasons. People don't love to get married now. See, because if you love somebody enough, and I'm not saying one side, you love each other, then you respect each other and you don't want to hurt each other. That is just the truth. But when we begin to mix marriage with money, status, my age, and all those kind of what would people say, we lose the point. Because if you genuinely, really, really love somebody and you connect with the person, why will you want to hurt the person? But it's almost like it's not in vogue anymore for some people to even love. Because you see, when you see people in their old age that still love and care for each other, all this body and young and old and get it up all those nonsense that people have theories about, they don't count because you get to an age where that companionship. Look at the Queen. After a year after her husband died, she died. She must have died of because he's not here anymore. If you really see couples that have lived together, for many years, once one goes, the other one follows. Because they
Yeah.
become really, really in sync with each other. They can't stay without each other.
And at a point, even the physical aspect of the relationship it doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore. So this idea of
Yeah.
jumping from, you want to be you want who here really? Who really here?
Help us tell your Nigerian brothers now. Help us tell them, I beg. Help us tell them. They know they hear. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate your contribution. Let me move on quickly. I want to address what Miss Lydia said because I think it's a very, very good question before we go on. Obiajulu, are you back? Okay. All right. That's fine. I've shared the link again. Please come in. Right. Miss Lydia said, Auntie B, how about older women that don't want to have kerewa with their husbands? How can you advise them, especially if they still have needs? Okay. So if forever, this thing about kerewa is not even hard. Sometimes it's about age, sometimes it's not, especially for women. Okay. Some women were not even very active. They didn't even like kerewa when they were younger. And the minute they clock 40, it's like a whole new chapter. In fact, something just happened to their body that now kerewa, they can't get enough. And some women, unfortunately, their libido continues to be very low throughout life. Some women don't like kerewa. That's the truth. So it depends. The first thing to do if you are having an issue like this is for you to acknowledge that okay, there's an issue. You don't like it. Why? Is it because of something that's happened in the relationship or in the marriage? Has it done something? Are you hurt? Do you have, unforgiveness of something that is done in the past that you are holding? Because I know, women, we, for us, Kerewa does not just, it's not physical alone, it's mental, it's emotional. So these are all the things that you need to unpick by yourself. Maybe they need to go to a therapist. They have sex therapists that they can go to talk to if they are willing. But I don't think at any age, especially if the husband is still active, a woman should be denying Kerewa. Even if you don't feel like it, there's a reason why you don't feel like it. Okay? Sometimes again, okay, Uju is saying that low estrogen can affect your libido. Hey, maybe it's medical. Maybe you go and speak to your GP about it. But these days, they get all sorts of, you know, tablets, vitamins where they will give you, where you go take and things like that. But it needs to be addressed because when this same one mommy that I'm using as an example, he came here the other day and he said he went to test in Nigeria because his wife didn't give him Keroa for 1 year. Remember, I was one of the people that was saying that that was completely wrong, and I was advising the wife to stay. A lot of people didn't like it, but I did. I even spoke to the wife personally, but that girl, I never see you stop and reach that girl. Oh. She not here. Oh. She still pack all the children now. She don't run go Canada. So they need to deal with it. She needs to not abandon his needs. That would be selfish. Because at that time, he will come say, oh, after all, she know they agree for me. Make her go test. So don't use that as an excuse to say, I don't want to do. If there's a reason why you don't want to do, you need to find out why. You know they like before. You know like Kerewa, and now you know like Kerewa. Have you always been like this? You know, some women believe say Kerewa is only for procreation, only for me to get belly. After I don't get belly, what do we need to Kerewa for? Some of our religious ones, now so they do. Hmm? Someone is talking about Chukudi, you need Sabek, don't make me laugh. Chukudi, you gonna go learn from Chukudi. Chukudi, boo boo, see how romantic Chukudi is. Eh? Chai. Okay, I think I've addressed that. Yeah, they say tiger nuts. Uju is giving us some tips here. Tiger nuts can help with libido as well. So yeah, outside people they sell them for Nigeria. Buy a bag of it and bring it and be doing boo boo, my boo boo. Obiajulu, welcome. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, Auntie V. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm a first-time caller. I'm calling from
Yeah.
Ireland.
Welcome.
I'm
Okay.
I'm just looking at the pictures you have here.
Yeah.
They're really very interesting.
Interesting pictures, right?
Yeah, they're very interesting.
No,
My contribution is just, I just want to go back to the first thing that we're talking about in terms of a friend, calling a friend and telling a friend what the husband is doing. Now, personally, I wouldn't do a thing like that because a friend, somebody I call a friend, her pain is my pain. So there's no way this, and even if I know that friend acts on impulse, there's no way I would call a friend and tell a friend such a thing. That's just me personally.
Okay.
I rather, bring you positive news and good news rather
Me,
than a
I will
news.
confront him myself. That's what I will do.
Thank
I will
you.
go and meet
Yeah.
him. I will tell him, you don't stop. I will go and meet him myself. That's instead of telling her, I will go and confront him first.
And I can take pictures just in case at some stage she needs it, and I'll keep it to myself, not give her. Just at some case she needs it. I might do that, just for her. But I will not call her and tell her, because if I have a friend that is not, that wouldn't think before acting, there's no way I will call her and tell her a thing like that. And besides, if she's never said anything like that to me, I wouldn't be the first to bring it to her. If I don't know that such a thing is happening within her marriage or relationship, there's no way I would be the first to bring it to her in the first place.
Does that not mean that you are not a good friend?
No, it doesn't mean no, it doesn't. Because I'll give you an example, right? I was in a relationship years back, and I had a friend at the time. The person I was dating at the time had he has kids. So the kids were very young then. And she saw him taking the kids with the mother of the kids to school one morning. Now, this person, I know exactly his morning routine. Do you understand? But she didn't know that. So she called me and told me, I see this person, so and so pleased with this person. Do you know? And when she was saying that to me, I was thinking to myself, what on earth? She did it the first time. I told her I know. But she just disregarded that. Did it the second time, and then I told her my ex-boyfriend at the time, and she called him, and God, it was war between the two of them. I told him this is what, but I knew exactly what he was doing. Do you understand? So, and besides, sometimes you don't know. See, when it comes to marriage, especially in the Nigerian community, you can't just put yourself in there just because you're a good friend. You just put yourself in the middle. They go take you chop breakfast. I'm telling you, they will just use you and settle themselves. You don't do things like that. You have to, like, as a friend, if you don't bring it to me, I wouldn't. I might do the things I do, like you say, go to the man and confront the man myself, or take pictures just in case. In case down the line she needs it, I might do that, yeah. But not to go and call her and tell her.
You won't tell her. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Biajilu, for calling us and telling us your own standpoints and how you see this to tell or not to tell. I appreciate your call, my sister. God bless you. Please call us again. Okay. I mean, there's no right and wrong thing in this matter. For those who say they will tell, those who say they will not tell, it's not right and wrong here. It's just about, what is appropriate for the situation. It's about what is appropriate. It's not about you tell you are wrong, you don't tell you are right. No, I'm not saying it that way. I'm looking at it critically to say what is the appropriate approach. Amoya is saying that she will go and confront him, and me, this is what I would do. I will go and confront him and tell him, I will even fight him. And I know how to carry people matter for head. They know me for that one before. I go yab and well tell and say you are a disgrace. The shame. What you define? And I go tell her my mind, say you need to stop this rubbish before your wife will find out. It's not because I don't want her to know. She probably already knows, but I'm also trying to see if I can save her some pain. So it depends. Like that one where I said I use as example, the one I have in Nigeria. She knows. So what's the point? You know how many women she don't fight? You know how many STDs she don't treat? She's still there. The marriage is over 20 something years old. So going to tell her, what will it solve? So I think it's got to be looking at your friend and her situation, then assess it properly before you go decide whether to tell or not to tell, or if who you go tell. I mean, it's not wrong to tell, but what would they do with that information? Because this one now they tell them and he end the life, and that part is sad. Very, very sad. Okay, we're moving forward. Adewale, World Africa, I think you've been before. I still see you in the studio. You've been before. Okay. Adewale, you are next.
Hello, Auntie B, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Oh, all right. Good evening. How's your day?
All right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think a lot of people don't understand the situation about like telling, because I think when you tell maybe your friend, maybe it's a guy or a girl, like your partner is cheating. I think in essence what you're doing is you're telling them to choose between trusting you, the friend, or their partner.
Yeah.
It's like it's a very difficult situation for your friend, telling them, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I saw your husband or your wife doing this and that and that. It's you're only saying it. It's not like it's that the absolute truth. They still need to choose whether to believe you or to believe the friend. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like, do I tell, do I not tell?
And
Me,
he
I'm
will
always on.
always, the cheating men always lie. They know how to lie. Every man
Exactly.
that cheats can lie, so he will deny it. You know that.
He'll
He
deny
will
it.
deny it.
Exactly. He'll deny it. And once he denies it, you become the bad friend. Because you're just feeling like, oh, who's your friend you gonna be closer to? Is it you or the friend? And you don't always know. I hear some people saying, oh, maybe you should judge the situation and see how your friend will react. That might not even work as well, because you've never been in a romantic relationship with your friend. So you don't really know how they're going to react. You don't really know. So my own thing is, maybe you can lead them to the truth. Maybe make them see it for themselves. You don't have to like blatantly tell them, oh, your guy is cheating. Maybe, for example, if you know where you your friend's husband always goes to meet the side chick, you can maybe one day just take your friend, then let her see
Or
it
you go and
herself.
meet the side chick and tell her to stay
Exactly.
off.
That to
Look at
stay
what
off.
this auntie is saying now. Mutiya is saying that
Exactly.
I found out my son-in-law, Adewale, this is deep. I found out my son-in-law was cheating with another woman. That's her daughter's husband. Is cheating with an older woman. And she said, I only had quarrel with him and never told my daughter. Can you see
Exactly.
that?
Because I saw it. I see it. I see it. Because if she had told her daughter, the daughter might say, "Oh, mommy, maybe you never like maybe in the past, maybe when she introduced like when the daughter introduced her to like her husband, the maybe the mom didn't really like him initially, and that has always been on the daughter's mind. So if the mom like if she had told her daughter that, oh, I saw your man cheating, the daughter might say, oh, I know you never liked him to begin with, and that's why you're saying that. That's what you're saying, that because at
And
some
another
point
thing, it depends on these girls of these days. They don't take all those nonsense that our mothers were taking. No, she can end the marriage because of that, because she will believe her mother. Do you understand? And you know what? Sometimes it can be a one-off. Maybe he's not a serial cheater. I'm just making an example in this Imutian's instance. Maybe the boy is just one of, maybe now the older woman they disturb and say, I like you, decided to come and try. Do you understand? But by warning him, now he knows, he will be on his guard. Ah, my mother-in-law knows. Call him and talk to him very serious. I think I like what you did. That's a very mature thing to do. Some other mothers will call their daughter and they will now start dealing with the man and saying, it's not like you are not encouraging him to cheat. But I think that's a very wise thing to do,
his
in
wife,
my own
like,
personal opinion. Mhm.
just don't make your
You see what
friend
she's
feel
saying?
this.
She said, if my daughter heard it from me, that marriage would have ended.
Yeah, I
That's what
just
she
don't
just
believe
said.
in.
You see what I
Yeah,
mean?
I see what you mean. I just don't believe in between, like, telling your friend, because you're just basically telling them to choose between you and their husband, and that's a very difficult situation. I prefer they find out themselves. I prefer that
Oh
than
my
like
God.
blatantly telling them, "Oh, your husband is cheating." It's not. I don't know.
You don't
That's
believe
what
in
I think.
telling. You don't
I
believe
mean,
in
I
telling.
don't believe. I don't think I'll, if I find, like, if I have a friend whose husband or wife is cheating, I don't think I'll
Or your
blatantly
sister.
tell the friend or my sister. I won't blatantly tell her, "Oh, your husband is cheating." I'll do something to
Mm,
make her find the truth. Maybe drop an anonymous message or something. But blatantly telling
mm.
her, I just believe that's too much emotional, like, uh
You
strain
want
on
to
her
go.
to deal with.
The pain
It's
is too
just not.
much. Mm,
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And
mm,
with the picture you showed, I don't understand why some people would say, "Oh, my partner has let herself go, and that's why she's not really looking attractive anymore." And that's why I just feel like that's an excuse. If you don't find your wife attractive, why not maybe tell her and you guys start working out or something? Or better still, if you
mm,
can't deal with it, let her go and go meet the person you want. Like, you don't have, like, cheating is not the solution to that problem. Because when you cheat,
mm,
you're not solving your problem, you're just hurting your partner, and that's it. So just go. Let the person go and meet the so-called person you're attracted to. Everyone will go their
mm,
separate ways, and that's a better solution than, like, cheating.
mm.
Cheating never solves
Yeah,
anything. It doesn't. That's all I want to say, Auntie
yeah.
B. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Thank you so much, Adewale. Appreciate you. Uh, so Miss Emmanuel is saying she's wise because she wanted to save her daughter's marriage. The marriage is already ended once infidelity creeps in. Sometimes when you people talk like this, I wonder whether you are single or married. It would be nice to know people's marital status, because I think when people are married, and especially if you've been married for a long time, it kind of changes your perspective. When you are not married or you are young, you tend to believe that, oh, this is what I will do, this is what I will do. But marriage changes you. It changes you. Miss Emmanuel, somebody was doing example with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Apparently, they said that Jay-Z cheated. Is Beyonce not still in the marriage? How is the marriage ended? Is it ended? You young. If you are young, I don't know whether I'm assuming you're young. You need to be calming down. You just need to be calming down. Nobody's encouraging cheating, but you can walk through infidelity. You can, especially if the person is very remorseful and it's not a way of life. Okay, so I think what Imutia did, I will do the same thing. I will now watch him like a hawk. Mm? I will watch him like a hawk. I will advise him. I will counsel him because I'm older. I'm his mother-in-law. If he tries it again after that experience, then maybe I will now say, okay, let me tell my daughter then. Since I can see that, oh, Letty, you don't listen. Hmm? Omoti gave another example. When we give example like this, you seem as if we are encouraging cheating. We are not. Don't be so quick to say, oh, cheating ends a marriage. How many you want leave if you want to marry a Nigerian man? Did you see how many today? They want coach. Go to Instagram and see. They everywhere. Women, I'm not encouraging cheating, no, but let's be coming down. Let's be coming down. Let's be coming down. Okay, I'm going to end in another 10 minutes. More daily, your internet connection is not good. IJ, you are next. Bill Clinton, somebody use example as Bill Clinton. Ah, Moye, that day, you can walk through it. If it's a one-off, it's not a perpetual one. That's the problem I have. Even some women cheat. Now, I know a man that said the wife cheated. They walk through it and they are still in the marriage. Don't always assume that when somebody cheats. For some of you, culturally, this is, this is how you handle things. But then again, you get 4 children. He cheated once, and you say, I'm not doing again. Make we dey take am easy. That's what I was telling one mommy. I don't know how many of you was here when were here when one mommy came. I called the wife and say, you have 4 children. Calm down. This guy loves you. He made a mistake. And technically, you drove him to that mistake because you deprived him. You didn't sleep with him for 1 year. The man now went to Nigeria and went to test. He posted it in. That story is so funny. He used his hand to post it on his status on WhatsApp. He didn't know. I said, forgive him. Forgive him. She said, never. That she will never forgive him. I said, he's remorseful. He's apologized. He's doing everything. She said, lie, lie. That's the end of the marriage. So, who is she going to marry with 4 children that will be faithful? Another Nigerian man, right? Sometimes women, we need to be boring ourselves. I'm not encouraging men to cheat. You guys know I condemn it. All that Mongo Park behavior, it doesn't work. And I gave you an example when I was doing the show the last time about my experience with a cheating boyfriend and how I handled it. But we need to be patient sometimes. Look at things holistically. I was telling this woman, I said, calm down. Calm down. He won't do it again. This man, nothing, no, you swear. Say never. He will never do it again. She said never. She's leaving the marriage. And truly, she's left. And I'm not saying that this is her life. She can make her choices. She can make her decisions. She's an adult. But I pray that in 10, 15 years, she will not look back and regret that decision. Especially when the children start to question her. I just pray she will not regret that decision. Because the man is pursuing her now, but at a point he will give up. Other women will want him. So make una dey calm down, women no. Men, make una no cheat. Women, make una dey calm down. If it's not a way of life, you can deal with it and move on and continue in the marriage. Not just talk say you catch her once. And after everything, you say, I not do again. You just want to throw it away like that? You just want to throw your marriage away like that? Ha. Okay. Oh. IJ. Sorry, my sister. Welcome.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hi, sweetheart. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from the US. This is my first time. I'm so excited. And I just want to say quickly that I love you so much. I love you so much. I've been a silent listener for years, but I've never really gathered up the courage to call in. So today I just thought I should. So I have a whole lot to say, but I just pray I can put them in a concise manner and make my point. So growing up, I've always known that cheating to me is a deal breaker, and everybody that knew me then knows that cheating is a deal breaker. At a point, I actually joined hands with one of my fiance's girlfriend then to beat him up when I found out he cheated. So how it happened was we were in this serious relationship. We were engaged, about to get married. So this day I wasn't supposed to go to his house, but last minute I just found myself going to his house. And when I got there, I was still in the kitchen doing the wife thing now. And this lady walked in, and the way she walked in, it was obvious she's been coming. And so instead of fighting, we sat down, we chatted. Funny enough, she's my namesake. We exchanged number. So when the guy came in, he tried to control the situation, but maturely we calmed down and everything. So at the end of the day, the next day, he came to my office to beg, went to the girl's house to beg her, saying all sorts of things about me, say the same thing to me about the girl. I calmed down. The girl called me, see what the guy said. I invited the guy over to my house, called the girl. The girl came over, and we ended up beating him up, and I sent him out. That was the end of the relationship. But then I was really young. So I got married, and to me, Kerewa is a very, very
Kerewa.
serious issue to me. I might not be doing it every day, but that moment I'll do it with you. The only thing I can't do is the anal thingy, but any other thing you want, I'll give it to you. So, but when you now cheat on me, it makes me feel incapable, it makes me begin to doubt myself. Like, what am I not doing right and all that? So at this point in my life, I have kids with a husband that loves me so much and everything. If he should make such a mistake, because I already know the kind of person he is, very principled, and so far I've not had any reason to doubt him, and he steps out, I would be upset, but I would give a condition that we have to go for couples therapy. I won't just cut off like I did when I was dating. For the sake of our kids and for the sake of the friendship that exists between us, I would insist on a couples therapy. We have to go.
That's what I was saying,
So
that there's a difference between when you are single and when you are married. Now you are married. Now you are looking at things differently. That's why I always want to know. When you are talking,
there are
I want to
years
know
of
your marital status. Because it's easy
years
for
of
you
friendship.
to say, oh, I won't take it. I won't take it. You don't know what you will take until you are married. Go ahead.
Yeah. And because I have a man that it's obvious he makes every effort to make me happy and everything, if he steps out of the line, I won't just block my mind off and say, no, cheating is a deal breaker for me. I won't take it and I'll walk out. No, I won't do that. We'll go for couples therapy. You tell me, okay, these are the places. This is the reason I stepped. I would want to know why you stepped out. If it was a mistake, I would want to know how it happened. Then I would need a promise from you that it won't happen again. Then those areas you pointed out, exactly, we'll talk about it.
And they'll come and tell their wife, even though it didn't happen in their presence, they'll come and tell their wife that they cheated.
I told my husband that if at any point you cheat on me, please tell me. I would rather hear it from you. It's easier for me to process. I will know truly that you are remorseful than me finding out, because I will find out. My sisters call me FBI. I would find out. And when I do, it might not go as easy as it would have gone if you told me.
If he told you, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wouldn't have, yeah. So that
you like honesty.
Cheating. I love honesty to a fault, and I would rather he tells me, we talk about it. If it's something
like
we can't resolve on our own.
As well.
No. I heard it. He knows it. He knows very well that I would rather come to him, baby. If you see us settling issues, you would think we are gisting. You will not know we are actually trying to work through an issue. That is how we talk about our problem. He doesn't shout at me. I don't shout at him. We sit down, we talk like adults. So cheating to me is a very serious issue because it makes me doubt myself. It makes me feel, maybe, am I inadequate in this area or that area? And I really want to know why you cheated. And if it was really a mistake, I'm willing to walk through it with you. But if I notice that you are a serial cheater, then I'm walking out, because I can't be in my home. Yeah, I can't be in my home being faithful to you, being careful. I hardly use public toilets because I don't want to catch something. I'm very careful. I'm very particular about myself. Then you go out there, you catch something, and you come give it to me. I won't take that.
Yes. Yeah. The serial cheater one, I will not encourage anybody. I won't help them to pack their load. But if it's a one-off, if it's a one-off and you won't do it again.
And women know. Let's stop kidding ourselves. We are adults. Once your man starts stepping out, we know. A woman can cheat on her man for years. The man will not know. But once a man steps out, you will definitely know. It's just that sometimes we try to lie to ourselves that we don't know, but we know. We know. Yeah. Before I caught my boyfriend, I actually sensed it. I think that was the reason I paid him that unexpected visit. And I found out, being the young girl that I was, we beat him up. I gave him back, and that was the end of the whole thing. But I wouldn't do that anymore because I'm an adult now. I've got experience.
You have responsibility. You got children, so there's a lot to consider.
Exactly. I got children.
Let me tell
A
you
whole
something.
lot.
Marriage, let me tell you something. How long have you been married, my dear?
I've been married for 10 years.
10 years, okay. So imagine that goes into building a life for 10 years. That's the reason why men,
Yeah.
please don't take for granted your marriage. Don't take your wife for granted. Don't cheat. Don't do any nonsense. Because 10 years is not a joke. Because again,
Mm-hmm.
from the woman's perspective, like you were saying, IJ, that you change now because what you did as a single girl, 10 years of marriage now, there's a lot of it's like building a life. It's not like it's building a life with someone. There's so much that
It's
goes
built,
into
we've
it.
built a lot together. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Like
yeah, I
what
totally
I
see
always
where you're
tell my
coming
friends.
from.
Yeah. Sorry. What I always tell my friends is, for better, for worse, is for problems. The worst part of it is the problems that unforeseen problems that come with nature, maybe loss of job, accidents, sickness. That is worst for me. But worst that I will
Mm,
not stay through is man-made worst, like being a serial
mm,
cheater or beating me up, all those domestic stuff, DV. That is a man-made worst. I can't stay through that worst. But every
yeah.
other worst that comes with natural stuff, sickness and stuff, I will stay through it. Because I believe that over the years, that love you both have for each other has translated into respect and friendship. So a time
Mm,
comes in a couple's life, we fall in and out of love on a constant basis. It's that friendship
mm-hmm.
that keeps us going. There is a point
Amen.
that it gets
Amen.
to me that I don't even want to do the kerewa sometimes, but because of the love I have for this man and the respect, the friendship that is already there, I try to talk with him that, listen, this period, I don't just know what's happening, but I don't just feel like it. He will now ask me, okay, what is it? Do you feel pains? What is the problem? Sometimes he will even say, okay, TGIF, we'll do a little drink in a glass. I take it and I go crazy. We do our stuff. So we walk through it. And when it comes to that point that I want to wake him up at the middle of the night to do, I get to that point too. So what I'm trying to say is that friendship, it comes to a time that the friendship now, the love, that puppy love goes. It becomes more like
Mm,
friendship and respect. And when you love and
absolutely.
respect your spouse, I believe that you both can actually walk through a situation. And sometimes the reason some women lose that that drive is because in our culture, it's been it's all about pleasing the man in the bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about pleasing the man. So they always teach you on how to please
Mm,
your man. So I believe that women should
mm.
also tell their men how to please them. If you both are working in that point of kerewa on how to, as you're pleasing him, is pleasing
And
you.
we're assuming that the
I
cheating
think
is all about Kerewa. In some cases, the cheating
no,
is
I'm
not all
just
about
saying.
Kerewa.
No, I'm not
Mm,
talking about the cheating part. I'm talking about the women that at some point in their marriage they lose that urge to do the career with their partner. It happens.
mm.
But I believe that
Okay.
if both of you, yeah, you can walk through it by knowing, okay, this particular career dance is both of us in it. As I'm pleasing you, you're pleasing me. So I believe it can help you. It's a if the two of you are in it together, I believe it will actually help you go through that phase, and it won't seem so bad. At that point, you're losing that what do they call it? That urge to go into it. So
All right. Thank you so much, IJ, for your contribution. Unfortunately, I need to move on to other people. When I say I want to end, that's when people will now come into studio. Hey, oh, go. I need to go. Ama Eskana, let me just take you. I was hoping that we'll finish together now. I've got other people in the studio. Are you there?
you can go ahead with them. I'm here with you.
Okay.
I
All
know get
right.
where they go. Yeah.
Nobody should join. If anybody joins, I'm not going to take them anymore because I need to go. Baking, you are next.
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
Hi, welcome.
Hi, how are you doing? So,
Um,
basically, I was listening on the other caller what she was talking about, and I see a lot of people talking about like cheating being a deal breaker. I kind of see why it is because one thing about I can't really speak for a lot of men, but I can say like a lot of men actually don't stop cheating; they only get smarter. So I know she stated that she can work through with her husband and everything. It's all good, but you got to think about it, right? By the time you actually get to find out about your husband cheating, he's probably so knee deep with his side chick. Unfortunately, what this man tells the side chicks um gets to the point where it's like you can't even work it with your husband anymore. So I understand that we try to, see if we're able to work it out, but you have to kind of know where his mind is. Does he still want to fuck with you? Like, excuse me, does he still want to mess with you? Um, a lot of wives don't understand. I'm a wife. I'm just speaking for a wife, so I'm not a side chick or anything. But of course, I do have friends that are side chicks, and I know what the men tell them. When I worked to the bank, is a lot of men that actually had their side chicks as their co-signers on the account, and their wives don't even know. So sometimes you need to know when you're appreciated and when you're just tolerated in your home. A lot of wives don't know they're just being tolerated. So when a man gets to stepping out and he's knee deep in that, you can't get out of it. He wants to be with his side chick, but it's just easy for him to maintain you in the household. So before we think of
Are you saying that it's not
what's your question?
baking? Are you saying that it's not possible for someone to nobody cheats that is a one-off that they will do it again? Is that what you
I'm
said?
gonna I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's like probably. I mean, it does happen because, of course, I'm not going to say, oh, everyone that cheats, keeps doing
Will
it.
keep
But
cheating?
right, but 9 out of 10,
Mm,
he keeps doing that. You just don't know. He's going to get smarter. He's just going to get.
mm,
We just don't know. Unfortunately, I'm speaking because I do have a lot of friends that side chicks. Don't get me wrong. I can't judge my friends. They're grown, just like I am. I'm a married woman.
mm.
And when we go, I have a friend of mine that she has this she's sleeping with this married man, and his wife found out about it. They're still messing with each other, but they have a code on when they're supposed to speak and when they're not supposed to speak. But I tell you, every time he's posting his wife on Instagram and doing all that extra shit, they
How
don't really.
come? How come you have friends that are side chicks? How come?
We all do, but guess what? Some friends are bold enough to tell you what they do. Some friends would never tell you. You'd be surprised your buddy's doing that, but you don't even know.
No,
They don't
I
tell.
don't have any friends that are side chicks. No,
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 but
I
but
don't.
but well, I mean, of course, maybe with the age group, you know what I mean. With the age group, I can kind of see that. But I mean, my 20s, so a lot of people are doing this, but it's just not speaking it. And then you got to think about it,
The
like,
reason why I ask is because usually when you are friends with people, you have the same lifestyle. So were
oh,
you
absolutely,
also into that lifestyle before you got married?
oh
That's what
no,
I'm
honey,
asking.
no, ma'am. They just, I mean, I'm American, so you got to think about it, right? People just keep it a buck right there. People are gonna tell you straight up, this is what I do. A lot of girls are doing this
Mm,
thing right here, but it's just not. I mean, who's funding a lot of lifestyle for these people? They're not
yeah.
just. I mean, I
And it,
don't do. I don't judge them too. And that's the reason why they can actually come up and tell me what they're doing because I don't judge them.
yeah. And if you have a friend, since you don't judge your friends that are side chicks, so if you have a friend whose husband is cheating, would you judge them or would you be more accommodating? Because now your friends are cheating, right? And they're your friends, you don't judge them. So if your friend, another of your friend, was married to a man who cheats, would you be cool with that?
Okay, so,
Or
so
would
that
you tell
again.
her to leave?
I'm not. I would never tell my friend what she's obligated to do. I'm never gonna do that. And only way I'm gonna speak to you about it if sometimes some friends are very rational about things you say. So I gotta kind of get a feel of you to see what type of person you are. Because when it comes down to it, if I tell you what you're supposed to do, you're gonna turn around and be like, "Hey, Bacon has said this. Bacon said that." So it just kind of depends on what type of person you are. But I'm not supposed to tell nobody to leave their home. I'm not gonna do that. That's not my duty to do that.
Okay, it's just for you to know what you can take and what you cannot take.
Exactly,
Mm,
pretty much. But as far as like
all
me,
right.
what you got to do,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for calling, Bacon. I appreciate you. You are just like everybody do you, but for me, it's a no. No. That side chick thing, I don't like it at all. I don't like it because there's something about friendship. You might say I'm minding my business. I don't judge, but show me your friend are telling you who you are. If you are not doing the same thing, you don't believe in the same lifestyle, then I mean, if your friends are they are side chicks, it's just like if your friends are cheating. If you have girlfriends and they're having extramarital affairs, chances are your husband, if he knows that they're having an extramarital affair, you are also doing it. So that's why sometimes you know it's a bit tricky saying, oh, it's not my lifestyle, but I don't judge. But they are your friends. Okay, that's what I'm just saying. Okay, ML, you are next. Quickly, please, welcome, unmute yourself.
Hey, Auntie B, how are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling sick now. I need to go.
I know, I came in when you wanted to leave. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, I need to leave.
Yeah, so I think everyone has said something. Some people, cheating for them is a deal breaker. Some people, it's not necessarily a deal breaker. There's more emphasis on the necessarily. So it all depends. So I have a story about cheating, but maybe I'm gonna talk about it on another time. When we're talking about
Mm.
dating, relationships, something much not as sensitive as now, maybe I can share that story. But the most important thing I just want to like I just do, and I just advise most women to actually identify that is if you're with someone, just make sure you are emotionally secure with the person. Emotional security is one of the biggest thing for women because you can be dating someone and you don't feel emotionally secure. And how can you feel emotionally secure in the marriage? And a woman that is not emotionally secure will be crazy, will be hot tempered because you don't have that security that this man is my one and only. So that's why even I don't blame people when they tell them that, okay, you did something and your husband is doing this and they go all crazy and berserk. It's because they don't have that sense of emotional security. And so that's one of the biggest traits I usually tell my friends and ladies around me, that they should make sure whoever they are with gives them that emotional security, promises them, professes their love, and genuinely love them, because there is research that more than 50% of men don't even love who they marry. I just hope most women talking about this deal breaker of a thing. I hope you're actually the woman your husband really loves or is still looking for his lover out there. So it's really scary.
Roberto, still looking.
Exactly.
He's still looking for you, me, my lover.
Exactly, because
Mm.
men marry when it comes to transaction. They marry on a transaction. They might love someone, but they might not see her as a very good mother. And they just put a transaction. Okay, this one can cook, she can clean, she can take care of the household. But they don't really F with that lady that much. So most people just say, just hope you're not because I have male friends, older men that are in their 60s, 50s, they never really got married to who they really loved. It's so scary. So if you say it's a deal breaker, just make sure your husband really loves you. He genuinely is giving you that emotional security, or you're not living in delusion. Because most people don't even know what love is, and they cannot even identify emotional security, and just understand all these emotional things that come with cheating. So for me personally, it's cheating is actually it's not something that is like it's not a grievous crime, it's not a capital offense, so it's something that can be worked out. I definitely agree with you, Auntie B. You can work it out, especially if it's a one-off, if the person is not a pathological cheater. It's something that can be worked out among couples and in relationships and all that. But at the same time, just know what you really want and don't always think it's always greener at the other side. I think that's just my 2 cents for now.
Thank you so much, ML. So, people like you don't see cheating as a deal breaker. Some do, some don't. Different folk, different. How did they say it for different folks? Everybody know what they pay now. Okay, man of prestige, you are next.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Ola. How are you?
I'm good, Auntie B. How now? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just having this fever that won't go away.
I bet you like Mini. What's wrong, you?
So we're
I'm
not
under the
me.
I'm under the
Okay.
weather.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Me
wasn't
then
even
no.
gonna
I've done.
call him because I was like, let me see if I
No,
can
the fever
call him.
has just been persistent. Paracetamol, packet of paracetamol. What to sue me? I'll go to the GP tomorrow.
Yeah, for the past 3 days, people even see me like I will mute, I will sneeze, but
I think it's
the
a
show
change
must
of
go on.
weather.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
Now for this story, we don't go so many angles
Bele,
today. I
tell
said
me something.
we don't go so many angles today. Which one should we talk about now?
Plenty angle. Anyone, just choose one and stick to it. You can't talk about all of them. Choose
Jesus
one.
Christ. All right. All right. When it comes to infidelity, right? I just let people have their opinion, especially if they don't have any experience. It's okay. Just leave it alone. But the only thing I can say with regards to that is, we don't. No one knows how they will react when you because now if you're not yet married, there's no vested interest. You're not by having an opinion, you're not losing anything, So it's okay to have an opinion. And the same thing goes for people that say I can accept it too. That person, the same thing goes for them too. Like the lady that was on your that was on your IG, the one that was talking about men are supposed to. I forgot what she said verbatim. She said men need like
Multiple women.
something like that. Yeah, like that lady. The same thing goes for that lady too. Although I think that person might be married, that's settled into it. But if there's some people before marriage that will have such opinions too. They tend to be worse. They may not be able to take it even after one time only. So the point is that when that actually happens to a person, we never know how they would react. That's why we have to be careful when we want to take that kind of news back to them. It's not about not telling them or not helping them. It's about how you go about helping them. It's about actually helping them by actually helping them, not helping your own self or helping your conscience, like B.O. said. It's about
Where is
actually
Bio?
helping.
He kept saying I didn't allow him. I didn't allow him. I was waiting to add him because the first time I added him, he wasn't available. Now you don't.
Oh, okay.
Bio, I hope say you know verse. No verse. You know say I know if you do say I know add you. We're in this together. Anybody will call me go say I listen to you and Bio and Omo yeah. Now you be the more person call. So come back, oh. Marian, please let me address this quickly. Marian, I think you are getting this wrong. You say basically what ML said is don't let your wife stop you from finding your true love. This life no balance. That's not what ML said. Person go talk something now. No, that's not what she said. She's saying that some people marry for the wrong reason. And while in the marriage, they will now be pursuing other people because they married for the wrong reason. They didn't marry the person they love. She didn't say that it's okay. No, she
Right.
didn't say that the wife should allow men to be pursuing. No, that's not what she said. Just because she said that she doesn't see cheating as a deal breaker, some people is not sitting well with them. I see this all the time. Some women, if you say that cheating is not a deal breaker, you've entered the wrong book with them. They don't want
Yeah.
to, because for cheating is just something that try it once and you're out.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
I mean,
I
people
understand.
have their own, yeah.
But like I said, if you haven't experienced it, you don't have any vested interest, so it's okay to have an opinion. But like I said, we also don't get to, if somebody said one time, if they were actually in it and it happened to them and they said they're done, we don't get to manipulate them to stay. We are actually creating more damages. They will resent you for saying that. If they are going to ever stay, it will be because they decide to do so after taking the time to process everything that happened. And probably there's some type of change behavior on the part of the culprit, right? But people always say once trust is gone, it's gone forever. That's actually a very big lie. That's not how human beings work. Human beings build trust all the time. When there is time and you see consistency, you don't have a choice. You just start trusting small again. How many times have you seen yourself said I will never trust this person, but I'm in this nonsense again? How many times have you seen yourself done that? Even though you told yourself you will never do it, never mind just marriage now, just in anything in life, I said I will never let this person treat me this way, but I am in it again. Because naturally, when you see consistency over time, so if the person who is the culprit, if they are able to be patient, right, and they have changed behavior, the patience is extremely hard. It's very hard. Usually, they don't have that patience because they will try to manipulate you to forgiveness quickly, right? But if he can do it, if he can be patient and he can have changed behavior, it's only a matter of time. Trust can come back, especially with God. Trust can come back all the time. What are we talking about? We're acting like we're not humans anymore. Trust comes back all the time. The only problem is that the people who are the offenders, they probably lack enough patience And if they, or like somebody said, if they're a serial cheater, I think Brother Patrick, somebody said Brother Patrick was asking, what does one-off mean? One-off mean that you know that this person is not really this kind of person, but they found themselves in a mess, maybe because they nurtured an attention way too long, right? But you know the people that are serial cheaters. Now, that question only back on. There are people that they don't care if you catch them, they are going out every night. You know these people now, right? If you are in that kind of situation, you are in it. You know that you're in that kind of situation. But if you're in a situation where, wow, you didn't see this coming and you know that this wasn't the kind of guy, but somehow, the marriage has deteriorated, he's taking full accountability for his action, and he's patient, he knows he can't manipulate you into forgiveness, it's only a matter of time. There's nothing out there on the street for anybody. Let me tell you something. The quality of human beings is going down every day based on your standards. There's nothing out there. So people can decide they want to choose, and after processing things and going through healing and saying, you know what, I want to keep my household together. Guess what? It happens all the time. We don't get to judge people for that,
Yeah,
But
I feel like
leave it at that.
women judge other women who decide to stay very harshly because they will not stay. But like you said, you can have opinion. If you're not married, you can say, I will do this, I will not do this. That's your opinion. Until you're in that situation before you know what you will actually do. It's simple as that. If you've given 20, 25 years to a marriage, before you know what you will do. If your husband decides to have a midlife crisis and decide that he wants to come and have a girlfriend now, until then, don't all you are saying is just making assumption that, me, this is what I would do. I can't take it. Most times, people that say they can't take it, they end up taking it and they keep taking it. And some people will say they cannot take it. Loriro, they are taking it. We've seen them.
Yeah, it's marriage and relationships in general. Just think, when you think of marriage and relationships in general, just think of God, right? You can't put it in a box of your way of thinking. It's very dynamic. That's why I tell people, drink water, relax, slow down, easy. You want to go and tell her, relax now. Okay, how do we go? Okay.
Incidentally, if we turn the question around, men will never tell. Most
I
of
was
them
going to
will
say,
never
let's
tell.
flip it. I was going to say,
Let's
flip
flip
it.
it.
Right?
Men. That is the thing about women. Women. We are just a special human kind of being. Men, brothers, if you caught your wife, would you go and tell your friend?
A bro code is a real thing. And it's not just because we want to be evil. It's because there's so much you can lose by being stupid. There's so much as a man that you can lose by being stupid.
I think we can learn a lot from men in that bro code thing. We should learn a lot from men. Because women, we are too emotional. And it's this emotional reaction that causes a lot of problem. This is what we're talking about, being smart and having some emotional intelligence about how you tell. We react to everything emotionally. Our reaction to most things is men, they're more logical. The thing affect us. So like this lady now, the thing what the friend saw, and these are her pity party people that she's been telling, this is what this man is doing to me. He's cheating, he's doing this. So she reacted emotionally and called her friend.
Yeah.
But she didn't know it was going to end this way.
It's not the first time. If you heard that about your husband for the first time, you're not going to run to an hotel and be trying to track them. It's because she's been going through something. She's been going through something and she's been thinking like, hey, one day I will catch this guy. That's what happened. There's nobody that's hearing for the first time that, hey, I think I found your husband over there. That will now say the first thing I want to do is start chasing them down the street. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Again, let's think things all the way through, right? If you look at a normal person, even if you're a man, you hear that your girl is cheating somewhere, like my girl is cheating. That's kind of random. That's random. It's so random because you've never gone through that, right?
Grace. You say we can't compare a man's cheating to a woman's cheating. Why not? What's the difference? That we cannot compare them.
Maybe it's worse because most men don't ever think it can happen to them. Maybe it's actually worse because most men don't ever think it can happen to them. But it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. So let's just be guided. That's why I love your platform, because from all angles you get this pushback and you handle it well. And to be, you handle it well. But the reality is that experience is the best teacher. I know you have all the information that you have access to on the internet. I get it. I know you have all the textbook in your shelf at home. Experience is still the best teacher. When you look at any older persons, right? They're in their 60s, 70s, and they start to calm down, small. And you just want to beat that child. Every time they make a mistake, you want to beat that. Baba say, calm down, Nisuru. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about. Just patience. I bet let me say hello to Oma here before I drop off. I know she's in the back somewhere.
Hey,
Hey, Oma
my
here, how you doing?
brother. I'm fine, thank you. Ìyàwó
Good,
wa
good.
ńkọ́?
Are
You
you
dey use
cooking?
ìyàwó?
This one
Eh?
you
All
sound
our
like this too.
in-laws.
Did they cook?
I dey waka for road. I dey waka
Okay.
for road. Na im make the noise of the cars. I go soon enter safe place now.
Okay,
So
no
my
wahala.
brother, greetings to our wife. Oh. You dey use our wife dey
Okay.
talk to us. We go love one day.
I will stop.
Oh.
You see
No,
this
no, no,
picture?
no. I
Okay,
enjoy
let's see
it.
this picture. Yeah, I'll stop. But yeah, once you finish talking about Peter Obi, I go come join. They watch what they do, but I'm not interested in Peter Obi. So, but I'll
You're
leave it
not
at that.
interested in Peter Obi.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Omo here and Common Sense Sisters, all their at least Omo here say they do different one. Common Sense Sisters, all their content now, every single one is Peter Obi.
I encourage
Now,
I
wow.
encourage them. Oh, it's big statement they are making. It's big statement they're making.
Brother Ola, is it Ola or Lola? I always miss you and
Oh,
your
just
wife's
call me
name.
Ola. I'm not Lola. I'm Lola.
Okay.
Ola.
Ola, Emma Binusa. So I mean,
Is Lola?
we do
Is
different.
Lola?
Yeah, okay, brother Ola, do different things. So like today now, me and our village meeting, we dey go jam. Later on, we go address this issue now when Sister B just break because I get my women for my platform too. Now, so our body they hot sometimes.
Somebody to the
So
hot, Mona calm down.
so
I'll be
they go
50
carry
years
the
old now, and
matter
they tell
come.
you now. All these small girls, Mona just they calm down. It's
They
like
go
not
carry
your
and
yeah.
come.
But yeah,
Yeah, I
younger ones
know.
here where be say they did their 20s, where be saying the way nobody they hot, I'll just they look. I need to calm down.
Yeah, but my thing though is that I don't expect women. My expectations, forgive me, I don't expect women to have that much patience. I just don't. That's why I tell men. I tell men you need infinite patience, and you can't have infinite patience without God. Human beings are not capable of the level of patience you need in order to deal with women on a day-to-day basis. How
If
much
they come on the
more?
men when they cheat, married men they cheat for Nigeria. I know encourage them, but including pastors. If they say me they expose them, nobody go to marriage for that country. I'm telling you. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's not that simple. It's not that simple.
It is
So
well.
if for the bro code thing, right? For the bro code thing, if you notice, even when we encountered a few bars here with some other gentlemen that felt like that had different opinions about women, right? We still had to maintain a certain level of conduct. You will hear me say things like my brother. I mean that. What I mean by that is that we can have different opinions and still be brothers. You know what I'm saying? But also it's part of the way we conduct ourselves. And if I see my brother and I really, really feel like is that my business, right? Then I will address it with my brother, and then on top of that, I will know at least I will know what his temperament level is, right? There are times that I will say, sit down, grab a cup of water, If somebody was saying earlier that STD and all this kind of stuff, but the person we're talking about is dead. Which one is worse? HIV or STD or death? Which one? We said you should calm down. Just calm down if you want to tell. That's what we said. There's nothing, that shouldn't be so hard, but I guess it is. In reality, it is.
Thank you, Ola. Appreciate you, my
Yeah.
brother. Feel better soon, okay? And my love to Lola. Thank you. All right. Brad Patrick, you are next, then I'm here, and then I'm out.
Hey, Auntie B.
Hi, happy belated birthday. Yesterday was brother Patrick's birthday. Please, guys, wish him a happy birthday. And it was his wedding anniversary, 20 years of marriage.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Sister B. I really appreciate your
Happy
call.
belated birthday, brother Patrick. Wishing you many more in good health, long life. I hope you enjoyed your horse riding. I saw
Yes.
you took your madam to go and ride horse.
I'm just coming out from the moon now, you know what I mean?
Very nice, very nice.
Hallelujah. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your Budu family. Man, they don't greet me tired for the WhatsApp group.
Thank you
Yes,
very much.
so
Really, I
yeah, you
really
are you
appreciate
are elder. You are
it.
elder. We celebrate you. We
And,
appreciate you.
and
May they can't learn how to they do marriage. May they can't learn from your hand. If you need to see Brad Patrick and his sexy wife, all of them wear shorts like this, hey, feeling themselves after 20 years of marriage.
thank you, my sister. We are praying for you. God will strengthen you. Just take it easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just want to
Mm.
say one or two things about this, about telling and telling. The Bible says a tale bearer reveals secrets, but he that is faithful in the spirit concealeth a matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, about telling, I'm going to give you two experiences. And the Bible says the thief cometh to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is the plan of a side chick. I'm just going to put it that way. But we
Mm-hmm.
must be careful in telling. A woman came to my house. I was surprised. He said,
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Patrick, I know you're a pastor. I have to tell you this. I said, what? My wife was there. She brought out a voice note. Can you believe our friend that they went to the same high school, secondary school in Nigeria, that they graduated together and they met here and they became family friends, was dating the husband?
Mm-hmm.
She showed, when
Chineke.
I heard the voice, I said, what? And you know what the woman said? She said, I will never leave this man because he's my Lord. He said, this man is my Lord. I was like, I could look my eyes. I said, you see, somebody is calling the husband, is our Lord. I said, oh my God. This woman never let it go. We
Did she
knew.
confront him?
It was the husband that revealed everything. The
Mm.
husband too is, some men are useless to the core.
Yeah.
It was through the husband she got that voice notes. And he said, I know you're a pastor, we need to intervene. We didn't tell the husband, apparently the husband of the woman too is married. We didn't tell the husband, we had to call we settled it. But the woman,
Mm.
she made a very profound statement. Said, this man is my Lord. I'm not going to leave him.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, the woman don't talk to the woman again. Even though they were classmates, they cut off. Say, no, I'm not going to deal with this woman. So, Auntie B, let me give you another story. Can you believe somebody, a lady, that the girlfriend broke up with her? Just recently, about a few months ago in my area, she just picked up the car and drove and went and in head collision with a Nigerian lady, a nurse coming from work.
Hmm.
And that's how the woman got deleted. The nurse.
Hmm.
And this lady that was driving was an American because, she's a lesbian, because the lesbian friend broke up with her. She just, in annoyance, just drove. She's in prison now.
Hmm.
What am I bringing out from there? One has to be very careful in telling. Auntie B,
Hmm.
you can just push somebody and the person just fall and go deleted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And in the case of the Nigerian woman that got deleted, even before she got there, she will have gone. You don't know what she's thinking. You don't know how her body just, So one has to be very careful. Not everybody that can take it.
Hmm.
We've had cases that we see, like we talked about. You just gave a very perfect example of a mother-in-law that will call the son-in-law and warn
Mm-hmm.
him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not everybody that can take it. One has to be very careful. Like you
Hmm.
said, we are not supporting men cheating.
Hmm.
But when you see that, you don't just carry your, begin to know. Not all women can take it. For
Take it.
example,
Yes.
I just
Yes.
told the woman that walked to my house, she can take it, but she will do everything to retain that woman. I said, no, we started together. We came from like, this is my Lord. She said it to my face. I was like,
Did he
what?
stop cheating, Brad Patrick? Did the man stop after that one? Or he carried on,
The,
like
the
somebody
man, the,
said,
the
he was
man,
hiding it now.
they move. But the man is a useless man. You know what I mean? Just put it.
He's unrepentant. He's a criminal. He's an
Yeah, the
unrepented
woman now,
criminal.
the woman, she's a physiotherapist. She went back to school. She has a master. She's doing very well.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't want to short live your life because of one.
Some of them, even if you tell them they are not going to leave, and that is me. Why me? I keep saying. So what's the point? What's the point? They're not going to do anything. You know they're not going to leave. You know,
Yeah.
he's a Nigerian woman. She is one that no now is saying she's my Lord, she's my savior.
The best revenge for you in life is to do good and to be improve yourself. Man, now the father of many children. You know what I mean? So don't go and delete yourself because of one stupid man. He's a stupid. The woman knew this guy is a stupid man. Go back. You know what I'm saying? So why, if you like pursue him, you don't want to waste your energy. You have your people are looking up to you. That's what I keep on telling people. Whatever you are going through, don't give up. People are looking up to you, both here and in abroad. You don't know what you are going through. If some people
When you go and tell somebody and the person just get heart attack, now that time you go no say okay, maybe I for no tell her like that. Person where you had they fragile before.
Yes.
Eh?
I'm not. It's not saying you don't love the lady. Just use.
Yeah, Hope is saying it's easy to say control your emotion, but heartbreak is in a relationship can literally cause you to think irrationally. Soul ties can be very dead. Let me tell you something, Hope. Miss Hope, listen to me very carefully. Right? I'm looking at your picture, so I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. Where I come from, we assume that people that are older than you have more wisdom. So it's not always the case, but let me just borrow that quote
Wisdom
now.
is profitable. Wisdom is
Let me
profitable.
tell you something. The day you realize that you were born alone and you are going to go to the ground by yourself is that day you will learn that this thing is not that deep. Like my children will say, yes, so ties is the love of your life, is the everything, but you were born alone. Okay? And no matter how your souls are tied to heaven and back, you are going to go alone. Put that first at the bottom of your mind. But when you want to react like that, God forbid if anything happens to your relation, ask yourself, if this man, if he goes today, will I not live my life? Am I going to follow him? Have you ever seen where they say, oh, today, their soul ties is too strong. Oh, the love is too deep. So as the man has deleted, let's bury the wife on top. Even the vow says, until the day that you will delete, that is the day that you will part. So what's the I don't know how people carry all these things on their head like this. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yes, I understand love, commitment, and all that, but can you not do your life? Were you not doing your life without that person? What makes you think you will not be able to do your life again?
And to
You
be
were
some,
born alone. You will
some
go
people
alone.
take it.
So
Some people
all
take it
these
to the
soul ties, I beg, make everybody they calm down for all these soul ties and
yes.
oh, he's my everything. Like that one that says my Lord is my savior.
So yes, you said the right thing, and to be. Let people take it easy. You know, especially women. By the time their emotions get triggered, it could lead to mental issue. Some people have gone through divorce and it's still affecting them now.
And another thing we need to say is that people think that marriage is hard. You think divorce is easier. And divorce is not always easier. It's not always the best option.
Yeah.
And that's why there's need for serious consideration. Divorce, go and ask people that are divorced, they will tell you the process alone is traumatic. And if you have children, it's even harder. And I'm not saying that people should stay in relationship that doesn't fulfill them, or people literally label me that I'm always advising women to leave marriages. I don't. Okay, it's only when there's DV that one I say okay today. But still, there is life. You've got your life. You got so much. God has given you so much women. And it's women that take it the hardest.
Yeah. And to be preach it.
There is so much more that there is. People are living their life fulfilled. All the greatest women that live, they never married. And they were able to do life. We still call their names today. Mother Teresa and people like that. So your destiny is not marriage alone. Marriage. Yeah, marriage is good. It is fulfilling. But build your emotional wall, or how would I say it, your strength emotionally, so that it will not affect you in a way that you will now say, oh, because he cheated, I'm going to, if I don't delete somebody today, I will delete myself. Why? For what?
One has to be very careful so that you don't want to go and let somebody push somebody or put hand on somebody and you now land in prison because of that person. You know,
Yeah.
it is well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Auntie B.
Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much. Enjoy your anniversary and your birthday, Brother Patrick. We celebrate you, sir. God bless you. May your marriage continue to be sweet. Yes. It's not that deep, oh. Me, I cannot delete myself because of anybody. Mm-mm. In fact, I will not even fight because of anybody. I'm not going to fight. No, I don't even have the strength. I love myself. Life, soft life. I like soft life too much. I like jollification. You know, I'm the minister of enjoyment. There's too much enjoyment to be doing in this life for me to come and be killing my because of the marriage is good though, very very good, but women, you are a full human being made complete with or without marriage. The day you know that, that's the day you have freedom from this soul tying and all this love will kill me that you people are doing. I don't know. No, 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 no. No, I can't. I just can't. I like soft life. I like enjoyment. So I don't have time for all those ones. I'm like, yeah, let's bring it home, Jare. Welcome. You don't reach house.
Yes, so I don't reach house.
Okay.
Yeah, let's round this up really quickly. Well, I mean, for me, my stance is very strong. I can't, I mean, I won't be in a, I will not put myself in a position to give my friend that type of news. I'm the type of person that will confront and directly. If I confront him, depending on how I confront him, he will have no other choice but to tell his wife. That's me. I would never go and tell my friend that because I know us as women. Not all of us can handle stuff like that. Emotions now our second name. Emotions are now our second name. Let's just say, let's just be very honest about that. You know, it is true. Until you find yourself in a situation like that, you don't really know how you are going to react. It's very easy to, from a distance, be saying, "Oh, I will do like this. I will do like this." Truth is, until you find yourself in that exact situation, you really don't know how you're going to react. You know, at the end of the day, to each his own. Do what you know works for you. You know, there's no need for anybody not to want to put my friend in a position like that to have to give me that type of information. That's a burden, a huge burden, personally, in my own opinion, to put on someone else. And I understand people who say, yeah, they will tell their friends, you know, people take friendship and people handle things. But my own take is different, you know, so it's just my opinion. At the end of the day, I again, I think, can we just treat each other like human beings? But if we do, if we really, really do treat each other like we ought to, there'll be certain things that you will not do greatly. And I think one of your callers alluded to it. And by the way, you had excellent callers today. One of your callers said something, and she said, the one who said, you know, some people marry for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Typical Nigerian culture.
Yeah.
Most
Guys,
men
please
and
like this
women.
video. You know people are not liking. Oh my goodness. Only
I beg,
400 likes.
let's pause. I wanted to say, then I forgot. Please, let's
It's
pause.
only
Let's
400
pause.
likes.
Let everybody go and like.
100. And we've had a consistent over 1,000 people for the past 1 hour. My
No, no,
people,
no.
make una like now, eh?
Yes.
You people should like it,
They should go and like. I beg. Because it's not easy to do these lives. I beg. People should
It's
like.
not,
I
oh,
beg.
it's not.
Get it
Today I
to
contemplated not
700.
doing it. Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah.
just do a short. The short videos are easier. That's the truth. This
Yeah,
one,
they are.
you just do it 20 minutes and you upload, you know. But this
Right.
one is conversation. I
Yeah.
push myself because we can't have the conversation, and I don't want only me to be the voice that is talking because I don't know it
Exactly.
all. Like you said, so many
Exactly.
brilliant callers where they don't share opinions the way me not
Mm-hmm.
even think. And see how where all the conversation don't go different angle. We started off by
Exactly.
talking about the roles of friends, you know, in your marriage. You know, we talked about all these people, men that always say that oh, their women are not exciting anymore. We talked about so many things, you know.
Exactly. you know. So at the end of the day, I just think everybody, especially as women, you know, so the person when talk am really talk am well, meaning, you know, a lot of Nigerian marriages, they're not, they marry for the right reasons. It's time for you to marry, just marry back. You feel like, oh, you know, biological clock is ticking, so let me just go ahead and marry. You know, so we're caught in all of that scenario, and then you just end up being with someone you don't really deeply, truly understand or love, or you haven't developed that love for, and it still has not developed. You know, and the person ends up wandering around looking for that perfect situation, whatever that is to them. Because sometimes some of these things we really need to also look into. It's not just about the other person, man or woman, it's also about you as the individual. You know, why would you, do you really want society to dictate how you should live your life, or do you want your family or your friends to dictate what your life should be? You know, nobody knows it all. There are no you know, straight answers. There's no one answer for every question. And to what Ola said earlier, it's very true. At the end of it all ties to God, your creator. Because everybody that you end up being with, there's a purpose why you're in that person's life. There's a reason for it. You know, do you really know the reason why you're with this person? Do you know your purpose in that person's life? Because everything has a purpose tied to it. Do you know what that purpose is? But a lot of us cannot answer that question. That's just the truth. So when you find yourself being mismatched and being misaligned, and you end up with someone who you had no business in the first place being with, abuse is inevitable because that person doesn't value what you're bringing in. Somebody just posted a comment earlier. I can't remember who it was. And she said, you know, the reason she found that the reason her man married her was because she was commercially stable for him.
Hey, that was profound. I was looking at it. I said, "What did you do?" I don't
It
even know whether she
happens.
answered. She said the man
It
married her because of her economic value
yes,
and because she's
yes,
hardworking. Desmond,
yes.
thanks for that super chat. God bless you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you very much, Desmond.
Again,
You
my
it's
last video, YouTube did not monetize it. Can you believe it? The first video we
wow.
did about this matter,
Uh-huh.
16,000 views now, and YouTube said it's not suitable. Can you believe
I
it?
beg, let's super chat, Sister
Hmm.
Bibiko. Let's
I don't
try.
tire for
Eh?
these people, honestly.
I
Hmm.
beg, we not be selfish people, oh. We are generous people, Nigerians. We take on, we make we do something. I beg. Me, I go do my own after this. But anyway, you know, at the end of the day, those are questions that we need to answer. Everything not get no every question not get one straight answer. But you need to ask yourself, why am I being with this person? What's the purpose? Everything get purpose. When the purpose of a thing is not, abuse is inevitable, why are you in that person's life? So that find ourselves, especially as Nigerians now. We're being specific because we've seen it over and over and over again. In fact, some of the cases when we hear of, you know, domestic bish up and down, misalignment. Because the truth is, say, every man and woman gets partner when fit in mood. You go see man when they do like tiger with another person, you go come turn to dove. You ask yourself, how be this one wey dey shout like say e go just chop my bone, chop everything join? But they treat this other one differently. I'm telling you, these things are real. It's energy, it's all energy. You have to find your place, you know. So hey, now that one I know reach. Now where I know reach, I go talk reach. But as for me, I know say lie, I not go be bearer of that kind news. I go confront the man, we go butt head each other. Eh? I go come sue am. He will be forced to tell his wife why I'm suing him. Just it. I'm going to ruin somebody else's home because I don't know what her emotional is it quotient is. I don't know what it is. Some women can't handle certain things. Some women can. And the truth is, women always know. Personally, women always know. Something will tell you. Might not be able to put your hand
Men
on
no
the
sabi hide
information.
something. They know they sabi hide.
Men know they sabi, they lie. And you know what, Sister B, I really like what you talk. So make we flip am.
We really need to learn from men. Maybe they learn from men. I'm telling you the truth. Men no will tell you
Our
jack.
gra no, they let us settle down to learn anything. We too they do gra.
I learn a lot from men. No, I get brothers. The way my brothers they handle things.
Annie, thank you very much
My
for that super
God.
chat. Oh, I appreciate you. But you guys don't do super chat, please. Do.
Oh,
Thank you for
PayPal
everybody
and
giving
Cash App,
uh,
and
Cash
PayPal.
App or
Yeah,
PayPal. Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
Thanks for telling people to give. Yeah, if
yeah,
you want to give me anything, please do it Cash App. Yeah, because of
yeah. Cash App
YouTube.
is more YouTube 30%. Pakam, you won't even get na cents you gonna get. But yeah,
Then yeah,
go ahead,
now
Sister
so.
B. Sorry.
So
You
we need
know.
our we know they settle down to learn from men. You see this bro code. Somebody is saying that bro code is not the standard. So
Yeah,
telling and women running
is
up and down fighting every day is the standard. Every literally day, if you're on social media, you'll be seeing women fighting every day.
exactly.
Is that the standard? Women are going
No.
crazy every day. Nigerian
Yes,
men, you guys need to do better.
I'm telling
You
you.
need to do better, please.
Exactly.
Women are going crazy every day.
Exactly.
Chinya is on the screen. Please check your screen. You'll
Yeah.
see it there. Women are going crazy every day. I see one. I was saying it 2 days ago when we did the show. This man no even the parents for Nigeria. He still bring wife. He bring girlfriend come in house. It is that bad. Bring a girlfriend come inside house. He say, I'm the man. I will tell you I'm the man. And the woman,
Wow.
children they fight. He say, and I mean the parent for this house. You still go bring your girlfriend come here. Ah, Chineke, where we won't start from? You won't start from the
Exactly.
wahala too much.
There was one, I think it was that shared it with me. This girl, I think she had married this guy from Nigeria or so, right? Married the guy from Nigeria. The guy can't say in the commodity, he won't go find money to pay rent. Ashe, he was lodged in the Hampton Hotel near their house with another woman. Woman videoed it, so she went. She was called the guy all over, nothing. So now she said, "Maybe she track, with their iPhone something. She shall track the guy, can't discover, say
Oh,
the
I see him.
location."
I see him. Yeah, I saw the video
Ha,
today. That one,
exactly.
she's an African American woman.
Yes, when
You don't
married
see
the
the side chick.
Nigerian guy
This,
come.
the side chick tell us
Exactly.
decide to meet you.
Peace. Exactly. You do peace. Hi. Hey God. I
She
say,
said,
well, what is
it's
going
nice to
on?
meet you. She dey wave to the wife say, it's
So the
nice to
wife,
meet you. That one in two leg never even stand for America. I don't they cheat already.
I'm telling you, see what I'm saying? I'm telling
I saw
you,
the video. How many person won't talk?
how
You don't
many?
see the one where we coach for US. They don't suspend them because of cheating on one.
Yes.
Didn't you see that one? Today is on
Yes,
social media.
I saw it. I saw it.
Hey, I know. Now only Nigerian men be men for this world. Now only African men, black men alone have been men. And they sit down and they think this thing. Is it only black men that are men in this world?
Now self-control, my
Are they the
sister.
only men?
Are
Don't
not
we
the only
have
men.
men from other races? Though we don't have white men, we don't have Asian men. Why is it that it's always black men? Somebody put a comment, say, come to Egypt and see. They put a comment in that video that now it's even illegal for you to cheat, even though it's a Muslim country in Egypt.
Can you imagine? Because they see the
Muslim country,
katakata way dog.
they say they will arrest you and jail you for cheating, even though you're allowed to marry more than, but most of them marry one wife.
I'm telling you, now lack of self-discipline. And say most of us as a people, I won't generalize, we know they do the work on ourselves.
We spoil our brothers too much. That's one thing I figured
Exactly.
out.
Do you understand? Exactly. You
Our
allow them
parents
get
spoil
away with
our brothers too
anything.
much. We spoil
Yes.
them. Anything
Exactly.
they do will rub their head. You be man, you can do it.
Be
It's okay. You
man.
can get
Na
away with it.
man.
No.
Yeah, you know say na man, na so man they do. Na so man, everything man. Okay, when are they going to be held accountable? Are we going to just watch them continue to just dwindle away their
We
self-morals,
spoil our men.
integrity?
Yeah.
It's not good. It needs to change, But Sister B, make I leave you, make you go. And you were talking about not feeling well. Take ginger, chew ginger. You get raw ginger for house.
I get to.
Just cut small. If you no fit chew am, if your liver no carry am, because it's too spicy for some people. Cut and put am inside hot water. Let am sit inside the hot water, and then put small honey, lemon, drink am hot. It go help you some.
I We'll do it now. Okay, I go do it.
Yeah.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
Sister B, I love
You
you.
do
We
well.
go
Love
jam
you too, my
again.
darling. Okay.
All
Thank you.
right,
Well
bye.
done, no. Well done for the obedient movement, too. You are trying. It will end well, oh, by His grace. Okay, guys, thank you very much for tonight. I appreciate everyone that's contributed, both those who are for telling and those who are not for telling. I think your opinions are all valid, honestly. It's just about who you are and what you believe in and what you stand for. But most importantly, what you think will be helpful in the situation. But in this situation, like I said, there's no wrong or right way of handling it. Let's just ask God for the spirit of, direction to do the right thing by our friends if it happens to them. You know, it's never right. It's painful. So this side chick now, Calabar will not contain her again now. Definitely, I know that for sure because people will come for her. She will have to pack her bag and run away from Calabar very quickly because they will really, really come for her. All of una, I beg, make we learn our lesson now. As it take jam you today for this matter, anyone will hit you. Make you take am o. Make you take am. Intentional parenting mom say, I wish I knew Obodo Yibo TV before I got married. I came across Auntie B's channel in 2018. It will be a blessing ever since. I take notes after I replay, and I'm still on a waiting list for therapeutic. Thank you, my dear. It is well. May God help us. May God help women to control first of all, may God help our men, black men, to honor their vows. If you know you cannot honor your vows, don't get married, right? Number two, may God help women to control their emotions so that we don't react in the heat of the moment. No, we no go by somebody or by ourselves. It's not necessary. And finally, may we ask God, may God give us the wisdom to be able to navigate this thing called marriage. Last, now who God help, now him we know. Now God, now him be the center of everything. And any marriage that is not built on Christ, it go hard. It is tough because if you say, I no go ever do, you never know. It's easy. That's what Ola was saying. It's easy for you to say, this is what I will do. This is what I will not do. But you never know until you are in that particular situation. Please always think about the person that you are hurting. Lives can be transformed. I think I have something here I wanted to share the other day. I didn't get to share it. Maybe I can share it with you guys now before we round up. Yeah. Life can change drastically. Breaking somebody's heart, cheating. This is what it does. It breaks somebody's heart. You break their soul, their mind. You destroy trust, respect, hope, and dreams. You cause them great anxiety, depression, sorrow, and you might be destroying life. They will stop believing in love. So think about it. There's consequences. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Infidelity has a lasting impact on your partner and children. The other person can have grief, they have pain, brain damage, behavior. This is scientifically proven. No? It's not me that wrote it. Though. Down the road, behavior issues with children, marriages ending, divorces, children growing up in single parent household where one parent is struggling to cope, mental health issues, anxiety, chronic stress, depression can arise as a result. Give yourself peace. Give yourself peace, especially you elderly men. Give yourself peace. What do you want to enjoy, you never enjoy? 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Lobaton, what is it? What are you looking for? Some have been able to move past infidelity with time and therapy, but others, that was the end. Like this couple now, sadly, that was the end for them. That's the woman. That's the side chick. This man now can go and marry that side chick tomorrow. Now that auntie, now you bad oh. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. Please give this video a thumbs up. Before I go, I have some bit of news. On Sunday, we have Gloria's husband. Do you guys remember Gloria's husband? Gloria's husband is that brother that always brings, he used to call us during the show and he used to always talk very passionately about marriage. He's accepted our invitation to come and talk to us about their marriage. And incidentally, like Brother Patrick, he is about to celebrate his wedding anniversary as well. You people say we don't do happy stories, so I've been bringing happy stories here now. Mhm. I've been bringing a lot of happy stories. So we have Gloria's husband who is coming on Sunday. Okay, so put your notification on. No, he's going to talk to us about marriage, how they are doing life together after 24 years. 24 years, guys. So Gloria and her husband will be here, both of them. They've accepted our invitation. So make it a date. You will learn a lot because that brother is loaded. I said to him, I say, my brother, please, this wisdom, you need to share it. People need to learn. You need a platform, and we want some of that wisdom for you to download it or no. How did you do it? 24 years and they are so much in love. You should see Gloria. Gloria is so pretty. You should see the way their love. There's something about a woman that is happily married that it just radiates. You just see the glow. Whenever I see them, because I follow Gloria on Instagram, whenever I see them, I'm like, oh my God. So some people are still happy in their marriage, even though we do a lot of the negative stories. Yes, because there's a lot to learn and there's a lot going on in our culture. So Sunday night, we are going to have Gloria and her husband telling us, as I'm talking to you now, I'm looking at their DP. You should see their outfit matching. They're always matching their outfits. Love sweet oh, when you marry the right person and somebody that values you and treats you the way you treat them, and you marry for the right reason. Very sweet. So make una come on Sunday. Let's learn again from a positive marriage that is working. May God help us. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I will see you on Sunday night. God bless you. Bye, guys. Please give the video a thumbs up. Oh, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right. Thanks, guys.